What's good? As y'all already know, this is the Bird Brainz Podcast. We got my man BG31 in the building, our guy OneTreRoc. You know what I'm saying? And yours truly, Tone DeShields II. Man, look, we appreciate y'all for locking in on this live stream. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Really helps the content grow. Really helps everything get everywhere. It helps everyone see everything.
What's good? What's good, beautiful people? We are back with another long-awaited edition of the Bird Brainz Podcast, episode 9 to be exact. And as you can see, I'm joined by the good brother, BG31. My God, how has it been? Long time, no conversation. Long time no see. Long time, no love. What's good?
I'm just happy we here. We here now. You know, we got here, man. I've been missing my boy Tone DeShields in the building, but you've been doing big things.
It's been on me. I'll wear that. It's been on me, you guys.
It's all good, man. You've been doing your thing out there, man. Salute to you and what you're doing out there. The grind don't stop. And, man, there has been a lot of good Eagles football since the last show, my God.
Woo! We got a lot to touch on. A lot, man. But first and foremost, we're live on multiple channels. We're live on the BGN Network channel. We're live on Birdgang 31's channel. We're also live on the Chalk It Up Sports channel as well. So make sure you guys smash.
And OneTreRoc, he will be with us a little bit later.
OneTreRoc, also my man, is live as well. He will be with us in about a good 15, 20 minutes. Make sure you guys keep it locked on OneTreRoc's channel as well. We are growing slowly but surely. The work is being put in. And this is really exciting. This is an exciting time to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. You know, ultimately, this might be one of the best times to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan, if you ask me. What's your thoughts?
Man, I feel like it's one of the best times I've ever felt. Like, you know, you don't really keep track with it all the time, like how you felt at the end of a draft. You know, after the offseason started, you got your trades, you got your new people on there. You know, you feel like, okay, we did all right. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can put it together. But, man, after this offseason so far, man, I am on cloud nine, man. I really feel like we really attacked areas that we need to improve. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things I said at the end of the season we need to improve. I seen that they went out and improved those areas, you know, specifically linebacker. You know, I said we need 3 new linebackers in here, and we got 3 new linebackers in here. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to be happy for with the Eagles. The draft was amazing. I'm sure we're going to talk about that. And just the offseason pickups, man, that we picked up, man. They all have a role. They all got a place, you know, in the puzzle, you know, that we got, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think they're going to fit nicely inside those pieces. They're going to fit nicely inside that puzzle. And it's going to be a nice season this year.
Yeah, it's interesting because the draft definitely didn't really pan out exactly how we thought. But I think for the most part, we covered a good amount of bases. And if you think creatively, this is pretty much – actually, you don't even got to really think creatively. This is Howie Roseman's best draft. This from a philosophy perspective, from a patience perspective, from allowing the board to come to him. I really love everything that Howie Roseman did with this draft class, man. And I know we all went back and forth about, you know, Drake London and guys like Derek Stingley and Sauce Gardner and Tron Walker, Jordan Davis, the guy we managed to snag at pick 13. And it's so interesting when you think about how things panned out, because who would have thought Drake London would have went in the top 10? He went pick 5, right? Like,
I told you guys he was the best.
No, like, that's what people assume. It all got to pan out. It all got to play out, right?
I'm telling you, man. I watched enough of his tape to know that, it's kind of the same things we talk about Jordan Davis. With size like that, ability like that, you don't have to be, dominant your first year to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like with that kind of size, that kind of separation from cornerback, these 6 foot, 5'11" cornerbacks from your 6'4" with cleats on 6'5", you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get open spots for your quarterback to throw you the ball, to get receptions, to get yards. Plus, he's not a small guy. It's not like you're just going to hit this guy and he's going down. Like, he's a big physical receiver, 225. Man, that's why I wanted him so bad. Because I feel like we got a little guy in Devontae Smith. He'd be perfect opposite side of him. But that being said, Howie Roseman went and got A.J. Brown, which I think is way better than any of these receivers in the draft this year. And
then you think about it from this perspective. A.J. Brown is relative. He came into the league young. I think he came in at 21. Mm-hmm. So he has already established himself in this league as somebody that you can trust with the ball in his hands. You can trust him on you can't trust him to be a red zone threat. You can trust him to be a threat all across the board, and it's really exciting because nobody saw that coming in particular. The way it happened, right? Who would have thought?
You knew it was a move coming. You just didn't know where it's coming from.
Exactly.
And what position.
If I'm being honest, I thought we would draft a wide receiver before trading for one because of the money factor. Money talk and BS walk. And Howie Roseman, throughout the offseason showed that he wasn't willing to pull the trigger on these big name, big money wide receivers. But clearly he was playing possum. And he was waiting until the getting got good. He was waiting until a team had no other choice but to make a move. And I think he got the better of that deal. You gave up a first-round pick and a fifth-round pick just to get A.J. Brown. That's an 18th overall pick at that.
Yeah.
So the value is tremendous and the upside is insane. 4 years, $100 million deal. More than half of it is guaranteed. So the contract definitely works in our favor from a cap space perspective.
And I know you gotta wait till 4 years, but to get a guy right now, Pro Bowl ready. You know what I'm saying? 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns. He's Pro Bowl ready. He's had 1,000-yard seasons twice in his 3-year career. He could have had it last year if he didn't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a fucking play.
Could have been his best year. Last year could have been his best year if he never got hurt because he was already eclipsing. He was on pace to have at least 12 to 1,300 yards. He was on pace for that.
Yeah, and then even to top it all off, now you want to sweeten the pot by saying he's our quarterback's best friend in real life. Literally. Not just some guy that he likes watching, not just another guy that you got that was another superstar for another team. It's his best friend. You know what I'm saying? They do everything together, from family events to work out together, behind the scenes. Even when, there was no trade talk for the Eagles even to get them, they were already working out together. These guys are very close. I think that's going to make a dramatic, and I mean dramatic, difference in terms of bringing in a skilled player. You know what I'm saying? You could have drafted a Drake London. You could have drafted, even what's his name? Jameson Williams. And he's from Alabama, but since he's not from Alabama at the same time as, Jalen Hurts, it wouldn't have been the same effect. You know what I'm saying? They will still have to find each other, figure out each other, learn each other's tendency. This guy hangs out with this guy. They know things. You know how it is when you got your best friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You guys hang out. When you guys are out there passing, you guys simulating Super Bowl events, doing all kind of passes, out there. And it's usually coming out a lot smoother when you're playing with friends. It's less pressure on you, man. And the fact that you pairing this guy up with Devontae Smith, man. I told everybody, that 912 yards for Devontae Smith is just as good as Waddle's, 1,300 yards, and Chase's, whatever, because those guys went into situations where they didn't have to be the man. Devontae, from the moment we drafted him, we pinned him number one receiver, number one target on our team, and he wasn't ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying?
He was getting double teamed every game, in all fairness.
Yeah. And he wasn't ready for that. His skill level wasn't ready for that. His acknowledgement of the NFL wasn't ready for that. Not saying he can't ever be, but this is going to make that process a lot smoother and a lot faster. We're going to have 2,000-yard receivers. We've been waiting so long for 1,000-yard receiver, that I really believe with the addition of A.J. Brown, we're going to end up having 2,000-yard receivers this year, because I think both of them going to do it. Because, like I said with Hurts, too, it's going to be like you have one to where it's not like, oh, they have to do so much more. Like, they have to get all these receptions. Remember D-Jax, when he used to get 1,000 yards? Like, it wasn't that he caught 100 balls. You know what I'm saying? He just caught enough good balls, that he was able to take it a distance on to rack up them yards fast. And I really believe that's how our offense can be. The speed that we have with an A.J. Brown, a Smith, a Quez Watkins, these guys are bona fide studs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm giving, because I would have been fine. Hear me out. I would have been fine with Quez being number 2 this year. I just thought we might have had to get another rookie, whether it was that first round pick or a second or third round pick, to fill in that third spot as a threat. You know what I'm saying? But I would have been fine if Quest was. 'Cause I really believe, like, if you look at the process, you know what I'm saying? No one in the history of any content creator, any news person, no one can tell you how Jalen Hurts is going to be this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one. Because no one's ever seen him in the same offense 2 years in a row. Like, that alone is such a huge, like, you hear these guys in their press conference talk about, now we're fine-tuning things. Now we're making our little tweaks to things now that we already know the offense, because we're going back into the year 2, and especially for quarterbacks. When you're trying to learn the offense and you're trying to read defenses at the same time, it's a lot harder than if you're, okay, I know my offense, now let me just read the defense and adjust, make your adjustments. So I really think, with 3 new linebackers, I said that before. If we just got the 3 new linebackers, the Dean, the Reddick, and Kaiser White, because I do believe in that guy. He's on the trending up. That if we would have just got that and had our same team going to the same year again with the same coaches they have, that experience of going through from year 1 to year 2, I think we would have been good just by itself. But the fact that we added all these other players, man, the sky's the limit for the Eagles.
It's funny because when we had a bunch of these mock drafts, I kept saying, I want Jordan Davis. That's the guy I want. I kept saying it,
Remember they were giving us bad grades for it, too.
And I remember you were one of the guys that was saying, listen, if you can get Nakobe Dean, get him. You got 3 first-round picks, try and get him.
Yeah.
The way this thing fell, the way it played out, man, you got to give Howie Roseman credit. Like, he's personally redeemed himself. We're at that point now, if I'm being completely honest with you, the ball is completely in Jalen Hurts' court. What I wanted from this all season was I wanted Howie Roseman to completely wash his hands of the situation. And what I mean by that is I wanted Howie Roseman to put the necessary pieces in play so we can say without a shadow of a doubt, you know what? Howie Roseman, is not his fault this time. I wanted to go into this season being able to say I can't look Howie Roseman way at all. And that's where we're at right now. Even if we don't find a corner, the way he's positioned this team, he has positioned this team to be competitive internally and externally. Let's be totally frank about this. I know we have a lot of corners on the roster, especially young guys that are trying to compete for that cornerback 2 spot, like a Tay Gowan, Kerry Vincent Jr., Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott.
I hate to break everybody's heart, but I don't think we're going to get a corner, man.
Craig, to your point, right? That's exactly where I'm getting to, because you got guys like Craig James, and then they also brought in 3 cornerbacks from the undrafted rookie pool in Mario Goodrich and also brought in Josh Jobe and Josh Blackwell. So they are literally saying if your name is not Darius Slay, or if your name is not Devontae Maddox or Anthony Harris, you're competing for everything.
Facts.
And I like that, because you know what that does? That squeezes out the talent. You get what I'm saying? It helps the cream rise to the top. At the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. And those guys are going to compete for that cornerback 2 spot. And if I'm being honest, like you said, I don't think we're going to go get one, because I know everyone wants James Bradbury. His price tag is going to be a little too high. And
there's 2 other reasons, man. One is, if you can have, like you just named off 6 cornerbacks, right? We're only talking about one position here.
Nine.
Yeah, 9 cornerbacks, right? We're only talking about one position as opposed to 9 players.
For one spot.
If your scouting department can already have 9 players in the building and they can't do a number 2 role, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your scouting department? That's trash. 9 players, we traded Zach Ertz, one of the all-time great Eagles, for Mr. Tay Gowan, you know what I'm saying, and pick whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trading assets for other assets that you don't even have a clue what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the three safeties that we're talking about that we have three other safeties, including Epps, Kayvon Wallace, that other bull, I forgot the name. And then you're looking at guys
we also brought in the safety as well. We brought in Reed Blankenship.
Yeah. And so you got people here that they have to be able, like he said, Howie Roseman said it best. He goes, even the Super Bowl team this year is going to have holes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, realistically, all we do is go for our biggest holes at the beginning of the offseason. This is what we need to fill ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And as they start filling those holes, the fan just finds the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, until there's no more things. In reality, we're never going to have that season where you can be, I'm looking at a team with 0 holes. Like, all these players, all 22 starters, are legit, and they're legit, and they're going to do big things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's like you got to get lucky with the draft with players. You got to get lucky in free agency and put into price tags, and then you got to have your own homegrown, develop at the rate that they're supposed to develop. But in terms of being close to that, the Eagles are right there. Like, Jalen Hurts' second year, big uptake. You know what I'm saying? Like, people hate it. Like, you guys know me. I'm the hugest Jalen Hurts guy. Like, people hate it, but he was literally the 6th most productive quarterback ever in his first year starting. Like, ever. And people act like that is so bad. Like, they're wondering, can this guy improve? Like, 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the dude was down, how many quarterbacks you think have been to the league? You know what I'm saying? Like, thousands of quarterbacks, right? And this dude was 6th ever.
The crazy thing is, though,
and people still hate him.
He is going to improve.
Yeah.
Like, so my problem comes in where people act like he won't improve. That's my issue. He's going to improve.
Right.
The question is, will it be enough? And he's in a situation now where it's not how you can't say Howie Roseman didn't put the pieces around him so he can succeed. He has the best offensive line in football, definitely the best offensive line in the division. Mm. He has a B-, B+ running back core. He has a A- wide receiver room. The reason I say A- is because you still need to find out how good Quez Watkins can be, and you still and that number 4 wide receiver position you have Zach Pascal there, and you still got to figure out what you're gonna do with Jalen Reagor and or Greg Ward. But the bottom line is, if you think about it from top to bottom, the way that wide receiver core is built, it's built very well. You got your big, strong, physical wide receiver. You got your route running technician in Devontae Smith. You have your speed demon guy that can take the top off the defense with Quez Watkins. Like I said, I already mentioned, you got the big body with AJ Brown, who comes from a run heavy style offense already. He is if you got any wide receiver in this offseason, AJ Brown would have been the dream, because he knows how to operate in a system like this. He knows how to operate in a run-heavy scheme. Not saying we're going to be run-heavy this year, but he knows how to maneuver in a scheme that ends up being run-heavy. And like I said, having the best offensive line, a B- to B-rated running back room, a solid A- a wide receiver core. And you have a B+ A- tight end. You cannot say Jalen Hurts. No one can say, "Oh, damn, he doesn't." Who's he throwing the ball to? You know what I'm saying? No one can say that anymore. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it pans out.
And with that, it's like, there's one thing I don't really like about the whole scenario thing. Like, it's like, yes, we got AJ Brown. All of a sudden, he has a plethora of weapons. It's like, I see why you do it, but it's like, even without AJ Brown, like, those weapons that you're considering weapons now, you didn't consider those guys weapons before we had AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? You just considered Devontae. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't consider all these guys. They're like, oh, we got to see if Quest is going to do it. We got to see if, Pascal can step up. We got to see if Reagor can step up. We got to see if Miles going to do something. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as we get, AJ Brown's like, oh, we have a plethora of weapons, so many. Now it's like so much pressure on Jalen. I really don't even see.
What I think it is?
I think that move made less pressure on Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Less pressure, because now you're, even if you look at that, don't even look at just the AJ Brown move, right? You already did the Devontae Smith. He already knows Devontae. So that's 2 receivers, your best 2 receivers on your team. You guys are boys. You know what I'm saying? But then you brought his tight end from college, that had a good career with OU that year that he's with him. He had concussions, so he was out for a year. Then he came back with SMU. That tight end was him. Then you go out and you bring a little bit more familiarity. The running back you had, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Brooks from OU. Guess what? We brought him into our backfield, which I think was another steal, getting him under, not being drafted. He reminds me of a poor man's Miles Sanders, for real, for real. When you watch his tape, they're the same number, but it's like the same kind of style play I see in a guy like Miles Sanders. Plus, he's a bigger type back, to the point where he's not no big super monster, but he can definitely pound those 2 and 3 yard runs, So putting him all together with all these familiar faces, all these familiar pieces, you know what I'm saying? When you build on the other side, you're doing it familiar wise. Man, it was smart play. You bring in a guy like Reddit from the area, you know what I'm saying? Happy to play at home. Now he can play in front of his family and friends, you know what I'm saying? Kaiser White's from the area, you know what I'm saying? You're bringing all these homegrown players and putting them all under the same umbrella where you're really building a football team. People think it's talent, man. Like I said, if it was about being the best quarterback in the league, Brady would have 20, Aaron Rodgers would have 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, Super Bowls will come a dime a dozen for these guys. If you don't realize, Super Bowls are team, and it's about the best way to build a team is to get a lot of familiar faces together so they can bleed for each other, and they can fight for each other, and go out on that field and play some good football. And I think Howie Roseman definitely did it this offseason.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I still believe there is some sort of pressure on him because of the simple fact, not just the fact that there's weapons around him, right? The schedule is weaker. The NFC is weaker. On top of that, the team is very much in position to get a quarterback next season. So when you think about all those,
I don't think the schedule is weaker, to be honest.
Maybe he doesn't feel pressure, but the reality is the reality that if he doesn't improve enough or if he doesn't get it done, they're going to ask him. Now, I'm not of the mindset of, damn, well, I'll put you like this. I believe these guys should have a more fair chance of developing. But the unfortunate reality is the NFL doesn't allow guys time to develop because they look at it as, okay, we got this quarterback on this 4-year, 5-year deal or on a rookie contract. We got to win the Super Bowl with him now.
But you do. But that's always been the case.
No, and you do because you have to pay him. So the rules shouldn't necessarily change for Jalen Hurts. But what I will say is this. I don't like how people are so low on him. And the reason that being is because he's second-round pick. Because these first-round picks, they don't crucify Zach Wilson the way they crucify Jalen Hurts. They don't crucify, Trevor Lawrence. He had a terrible first year.
They haven't crucified Tua like that.
Like they ain't crucifying Tua like that. But my man, but Hurts made the playoffs. Tua never made the playoffs. So it's like people are literally picking and choosing, and they're cherry picking this kid, and it's unfortunate. But I trust that he has the mental wherewithal to move forward. And I also trust that he can actually do the most with these weapons. I got a strong feeling he's going to surprise a lot of people this year. But ultimately it's going to be a sight to be seen. But let's move the conversation forward. Let's talk about the NFC East. Let me ask you this: should the Philadelphia Eagles win the NFC East?
Yes. We should a straight yes. I don't even need to explain it. You should just see the talent on our roster. I think we have the best talent in the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? I think we have one of the best talents if you want to go NFC in general. You know what I'm saying? We got a really talented roster. And the additions were such big additions that you really can't quantify. You really don't see it until we see it on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to really be able to see it. It's good to look at names, but when you see the actual players they put there in those situations, man, like I said, sky's the limit for the Eagles. Really, I hate to be that guy, but you remember what happened Dougie P first year. What we do, win 7 games, and then the next year Super Bowl. It's that type of bounce back. I feel with the Eagles this year in terms of the roster.
I definitely feel like we're ahead of schedule. And when you put it into perspective, I firmly believe the Eagles should be able to contend for the division crown, especially. And I don't see why this team can't win 11 and 12 games, just based on how the schedule looks.
Right.
And the schedule should be dropping very soon.
Is it up yet?
But so far we play the Vikings on Monday Night Football week 2. We play the Lions. We open the season week 1 against the Lions, and we got the Cowboys on Christmas Eve. What's your thoughts on the schedule that we know so far?
From what I know, I feel like you said, I feel like the name sounds easier, but some of these teams actually did get better. Like, you hear the Lions week 1, you're like, easy win. But I think we're going to win that game, of course, but I don't think it's going to be some blowout, because they actually got better this offseason, too. You know what I'm saying? Some of these, the Jags, with Dougie P and the players that they brought in over there, that's where, if it was the same team from last year, you'd be like, okay, that's an easy win. You know what I'm saying? But with the development of those players plus the players they added over there in Jacksonville, that's not going to be just a, okay, here it is, dink and dunk win either. So I think that he's going to have to earn it this year, And
for sure. I agree.
But I think he will. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts will do it. I'm 100% behind him. Like I said, like you can't quantify like that whole aspect of no one could say that, they know for sure what they're going to get out of Jalen Hurts. You gotta stop with what you've seen from last year. And even if you want to go back to last year, the mistakes he did make, like I said, he's 6. Do the research, guys. Like he's 6 overall. He was 6th most productive quarterback in his first year ever in quarterbacking. If he was 1,000 plays, if he was 500 plays, like I understand your doubt and your, what I'm saying, you watch him make electrifying plays last year. You watch him be like, as soon as you turn on ESPN, you've seen Jalen Hurts plays. You've seen this from this man last year in his first year starting when you knew he was struggling, and think what that's going to look out the next year with better weapons and more experience. And they're better not because so much of who we got, but just the fact that they're all going back into the second year in the same system. That's going to automatically make every player that's out there on that field better, No,
you're right. You're right. And the thing is, Hurts has such an amazing opportunity in front of him. Like if Hurts gets this thing right, this team can really be dangerous because, a lot of people like to compare Jalen Hurts to Lamar Jackson. I don't do that.
He's not even close to the same guy.
Right. No, he doesn't remind me of him. He doesn't even remind me. Like, if you had to compare him to anybody, I honestly feel like he's in his own category because I know he's an electric runner, but he's not as fast as Kyler Murray, but he's shifty and he has this. I don't know.
He's a smarter runner too.
Exactly. There's something about this young brother that makes me feel good. Like, and I'm not going to deny it. And I've been hard on Jalen Hurts throughout the offseason. And that's because I have high expectations. And that's also because I know what the league's expectations are of him, what this team expectations are. And I know what the situation is. We can't ignore what the situation is. That's why I've been so hard on him. And it's because I want him to win. And if Jalen Hurts can secure this franchise job, and look, money talk and BS walk. So it's going to be real interesting to see how these contract talks start and how they pan out. Because if Jalen Hurts finds a way to listen, this may be wishful thinking, but if he make it to a conference championship this year, you gotta ask yourself, damn, like is this guy really it? But even beyond the record, right, and progressing in the playoffs, what I need to see from him is progression in his technique, progression in him as a thrower. We know what he's gonna do as a runner. We know that's never gonna leave him, except when age kicks in. But that's a foregone conclusion. The bottom line is if he can show us those improvements as a passer, because sometimes you get to the playoffs and the team is just better. You do everything you can, but the team is just better, right? But I don't want a playoff win or loss to truly define where we see him. I want it to be one of those situations where you clearly see the talent, you clearly see the development, the growth, you clearly see the upside in this kid. You see how far he can take you. You see how the team galvanizes. You see how the team plays when he puts them in position. You've seen him in third and long situations. You see him complete game-winning drives. You see him complete 7, 8, 9 passes in a row to win a game. Like, you see what I'm saying? You want to see him in those various situations.
And even in those some losses, you've seen him make the throws to win the games in some of those losses too. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like there's a couple of games defensive-wise, Jalen did his part on offense, passing with his arm to score those late game touchdowns, and the defense gave up on us. You know what I'm saying? There was a New York game where Jalen threw 4 touchdowns that game. At the end of the game, 4 that were dropped. So, in reality, he did his part. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, winning is more of a team thing than a quarterback thing. I hate when they put on, Jalen has to beat the Cowboys or something like that. The Eagles haven't beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, I was about to say the Eagles haven't.
It's not a Jalen thing, and that's what I think fans get confused. Yes, it's the most important part of the field, but all those losses didn't come from Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some nice game. Hell, the Chiefs game, Jalen balled out. He threw over 400 yards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he can throw the football. Like people act like he wasn't a Heisman finalist. You know what I'm saying? He had they want to go back to the benching in Alabama, but you act like he didn't come back to a better school than not better school, but they played better that year.
Burrow got benched in Ohio State, and then he went to LSU. So like being benched somewhere doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
to me.
And then he balled out. He had over 4,000 yards plus. He freaking ran for over 1,000 yards and had 60 touchdowns. Like, you can't quantify that with nothing, man. Like that's baller stats. You're a good football player, period. And I really think people are really undercutting what his ceiling is. Like I feel like if he does do these things that we want him to do this year and come back and be that player that we want him to be this year, that's like MVP status. Like that's like you can't even say that there's a quarterback in the league that he's on. Like you said, he's his own person. You won't be comparing him to nobody. It's gonna be that's just Jalen Hurts, and that's what he does from here on out.
Agreed. It's really interesting because I love when people doubt what Philadelphia can do. I really love living in that area. I love living in that space of hate and doubt and guys, thinking less of you because I love shocking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I love shock. I love sending a shock to your system, and this is a rare opportunity, and a lot of pressures on the coaching staff as well. You mentioned the fact that Jalen Hurts, he was productive for the most part on offense. It's funny you say that because the Philadelphia Eagles, they were generally a productive team offensively. Let me put it into perspective. The Philadelphia Eagles were ranked 12th in the league in scoring. They were averaging 26 points per game. That's the upper half of the league, right? And sure, they could have improved their offensive efficiency. We had a hard time sustaining drives, but we still found ways to put points on the board. We had we ran the ball and we had various ways of scoring, but we need to improve our offensive efficiency. But here's the thing: like I said, putting up the points to win wasn't necessarily the issue. If you're averaging about 26 points per game, that's enough to win 9 to 10 games a year. Mm-hmm. If your team is averaging 26 points per game, that's enough to win games. Now, the issue, like you said, was the defense. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. The defense couldn't keep anybody in check. Think about this, bro. The defense was the main issue in 2021. And in 2021, we allowed 9 quarterbacks to complete over 73% of their passes. 5 of those 9 quarterbacks completed over 80% of their passes. And then one of them completed 90% of their passes, and that was Derek Carr. Where you're allowing quarterbacks to sit behind the line of scrimmage, knit sweaters, make tea, tuck the baby in, burp the baby. You're allowing them to do so many things behind the line of scrimmage, you're not getting no pressure. What do you expect to happen to your DBs? They're going to keep getting gutted because the game is not conducive to what DBs want to do. The game is going to allow wide receivers to be physical, push off, do whatever they want to do. So you cannot keep blaming the DBs for the defensive line not being able to get pressure.
And it wasn't even all just the defensive line. It was the linebackers. I'm telling you, that quarterback can take 2 steps and attack the linebacker.
But listen, to your point, right? It's easy for me to put pressure on the linebackers. I can do that when we're blitzing because now we couldn't even get pressure on blitzes. So, but like we got to put the onus on the defensive line to put more pressure on the quarterback because it's a combination of them not getting pressure, and it's a combination of the receiver or tight end getting open fairly quickly.
But listen, the reason why I say that is we did good against the run. We did good against the run on D-line. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't the fact that we had good pressures.
We got better as season.
Yeah, and we had good pressures at the point of when you were like, you remember the Tom Brady game against, like, he literally attacked Singleton because he knew our linebackers suck. Like, linebackers is that the main cog of your defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your captains. They the one that need to make sure that they're passing off to the back end and covering up for the front end at the
They're
same
bridge.
time. And we didn't have linebackers like that. That's why we got super hyped when we finally started playing TJ Edwards and he actually did anything. You know what I'm saying? That made us go, whoa, we got a good linebacker. We know TJ Edwards
not. Taylor as well. When Davion Taylor,
you know, and Davion when he was healthy, because Davion couldn't stay healthy, that was his biggest problem. You know, like Kaiser White's legit. You know what I'm saying? Like he played on defense. He had over 150 some tackles. Not some old guy that's just trying to like come in and be a journeyman. Like he actually is progressing every single year he's been in the league. You know what I'm saying? With a nice defense over there in San Diego. And you got Reddick, who we ran a lot of that 5-2 where Avery was coming off that end, but it was more like a sub package every now and then. But a guy like Reddick, you can run that every single down, like for the most part. That's what you're gonna do. You don't pay that guy that kind of money not to just make him go after the pass rush, after the quarterback every single down. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. You went out and got the biggest man, the biggest, most athletic, the myelada of the freaking defensive line, and Jordan Davis. His floor is just being a run stuffer because no matter what you say, a man that size is going to take it's going to take two men to stop him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take two men to plug him up. So that alone, that's the floor. His upside, his strength, woo! If this boy gets started, like, he can be the best defensive lineman ever to play football with his size and athleticism. Like, no one looks at that. Like, that's huge.
Bro. A bold prediction. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have a top 5 defense this year. I'm making a bold prediction. I believe that because of the defensive line, because of the improvements at linebacker. Like we didn't just go get no scrubs. Like we brought in Nakobe Dean, Kaiser White, Hassan Reddick, who's that blend of linebacker and edge rusher. On top of that, I'll be honest with you, we drafted this kid named Karan Johnson. I love him. Bro. He is an athletic freak. Ran a 4.4. Like I'm telling you, Karan Johnson, he's somebody that he played linebacker, but he was more productive as an edge rusher in college. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this stuff pans out. The bottom line is there's pressure on all these young guys to succeed because there's someone in here that's going to want to take your job. Like, for example, you got Davion Taylor and Sean Bradley and TJ Edwards in the building, but then you brought in guys like Kaiser White, you brought in Nakobe Dean, you brought in Karan Johnson, you still got Patrick Johnson right there, you still got Jacoby Stevens. On top of that, bringing in all those cornerbacks in the undrafted rookie pool. All these, this competition going on defense, and the best guys will rise to the top. It's really that simple.
And then the guys behind them aren't that bad either. Like, look at our defensive line. You can name any 8 combinations you want to do it if you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like any 8 combinations. Like I know people don't like the Barnett pick, but Barnett's not a bad football player. He's aggressive. He's stupid. Sometimes.
I like him more in the situation we have now.
Yeah,
because of the new dynamic of our team, he works. But if he was again our end all be all, that wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, you still got the Sweat. You got the BG coming back. These guys don't have to come back and be the guy. In the rotation that we have. You still got Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox, Hargraves. You know what I'm saying? Like this defensive line's about to be devastating.
Well, we're gonna be top 5 in sacks this year. I'm telling you, I'm booking it. We're gonna be a top 5 defense. We're gonna be top 5 in sacks. I really believe that.
Oh yeah, and turnovers in general. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of players. Like I'm not gonna say Nakobe Dean is gonna be a Parsons. Because Parsons is one of a kind. But I will say this dude was the linebacker of the year on the best defense, one of the best defensive in history. And you're like, well, he had a lot of good players. What do you think he has in front of him now? For one, he got his main good player, Jordan Davis, in front of him. Then you got Fletcher Cox, Hargraves, Sweat, BG. You don't think he's going to be able to play the same freestyle football that he's been playing? And even better, because these guys are legit Pro Bowl freaking caliber players.
Bro, watching Nakobe Dean become the leader of this defense.
I really do. That was my hot take.
Like
I'm telling you, like,
I have so much faith in.
Could win Defensive Player of the Year. Definitely Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. For sure. Like, that's how talented I think this guy is.
Let me ask you this. Do you think now look, the good thing about this linebacker room is everyone is pretty much in 1-year deal situations outside of Hassan Reddick. But you think about TJ Edwards, contract expires into the season. Because they're a White contract expires into the season. I think there's about maybe 2 years left on maybe a year left on Davion Taylor and Sean Bradley's contract, maybe 2 years, whatever. But my point is, they're not tied to TJ Edwards. You get what I'm saying? They're not tied to Kaiser White. They're not tied to these guys like Sean Bradley and Jacob. They're not tied to them. Nakobe Dean has a legit chance to become a starter. Maybe not by week 1, but maybe by week 2, week 3, week 4.
I think he's starting week 1.
Like, he can be a starter. I don't see why he won't, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see why he can't. Because you look at those 3 additions.
Hold on, real quick. My ultimate question is: Do you think he can and will he beat out T.J. Edwards?
Yes. I think he's better than T.J. Edwards coming in right now. Better linebacker. Right off the jump. And see, those other guys, he's not going against those guys. They're a different type of linebackers. You know what I'm saying? We get these little outside linebackers all the time. But we needed a middle linebacker, and that's what he is. He's the general of your defense. He's the guy that makes everything run. That the Georgia defense led through Nakobe Dean. They all tell you he was the best defensive player on their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, hands down, the tape shows it. The leadership shows it. Hands down the best. That's why he became the best linebacker in the league. I mean, in the college football last year. You know, the guy's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he dropped to the 3rd round is wow. You know, because everybody, that's the benefit that we had. Everybody wanted him in the 1st round.
Yeah,
you know
we did.
Like, everybody wanted him in the 1st round. You know? And we got him in the 3rd, plus we were able to still get the other guy, Jordan Davis, in the 1st. So, you know.
Yeah. How do you feel about, the Cam? Let's go this route. Let me ask you this question straight up. Do the Eagles have the best defensive line in the NFC East?
Yes.
I agree with you.
I really think we got, name another better defensive line, really.
The combination, right? See, a lot of people think it's just all about names.
Those top 4.
It's the combination. It's the ability to rotate and keep guys fresh. We arguably have the most depth on defensive line. I was looking up these other teams, right? I was looking up, let's be totally honest. The Giants' defensive line not messing with us, and the Cowboys' defensive line not messing with us, in my humble opinion. I was really comparing us to the Washington football team because their defensive line is actually more comparable. They don't even have as much depth as we have on the defensive line. They just don't. Outside of their top 4, and maybe the rookie they drafted and Fedarian Mathis, maybe the D tackle, but outside of their top 4 guys, they don't have the depth to run with us. I don't believe that. I believe our defensive line, we got the best D tackle combination in the damn division. That's bar none.
Their name hype Washington. And last year, they showed you, that they ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? We swept them. Dallas swept them. They didn't do nothing last year. And even the year before, Jalen, that last last game that we lost to Washington, I feel like our backups were handling that defensive line that game. And if Jalen would have stayed in the game, I think we win that game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I haven't been scared of them. Yes, they're all Alabama boys. Yes, they're, good players, but they're not, our line will make even some of the best defensive lines look stupid just because of size, the athleticism, the caliber players.
A lot of size on that D line.
They're huge giants.
The perfect blend of size and athleticism. You got Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat coming off the edge, bro. That's gonna be nasty. You still got BG and DB, Derek Barnett, bro. Then that rotation, Hargrave, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, bro. I think Milton Williams is that perfect hybrid of D and D tackle, bro. Yes. It's gonna be so hard for offenses to really try to scheme and find guys because the offensive line, they love to point out the mic. You know what I'm saying? They love to point out where guys are. You got to worry about where everybody is now. We got so much speed, so much athleticism, so much power in that front 7. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And that's what really makes your defense. You know what I'm saying? If that's front 7, that's why I say, you got to let the 2 positions that we got open left. Obviously, if Howie can make a move and upgrade it, I'm not going to be against it. But in reality, if he doesn't make a move, he even said it too, some of the times, it took to, the season to get started before he was able to fix some holes. You know what I'm saying? It takes a second to actually find the right person or the right situation to fix it. Man, we can go into the season with this team right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll obviously get the training camp and whatnot, but this team right now is solid. You know what I'm saying? Compete solid. We're, championship competing team. You know what I'm saying? We're not just some,
Trey Wreck.
What up, Trey?
Oh, good,
I
baby.
apologize for being late, man.
No, you good, bro. Family calls, duty calls. I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you at all, man. It's crazy because like I was just telling BG, I gotta bounce in about 15, 20 minutes. But like, I want y'all to definitely keep the energy going. Like this thing gotta, bro, long time no see, bro. Good to see you, bro. Glad to see you looking good, looking healthy, bro. Good to see you, bro. Life happening real fast, you know what I'm saying? But we here now. I gotta get your thoughts real quick though. Because we ain't spoke since well before the draft.
Right.
All the mock drafts out the window now. Now we got the real McCoys on paper now. You feel what I'm saying? So real quick, what was your thoughts overall about draft of all 3 days of the draft, the decisions, the philosophy, Howie Roseman, the way he navigated the board, what we was able to bring in, and what we had to give up. Just what's your overall thoughts on how that draft panned out, bro? Because I'm over the moon about everything. I'll be honest. I was telling BG before you got on, we could be a top 5 defense in this NFL right now, the way we built. You know what I'm saying? This offense could be top 10.
The more and more I looked at, I watched, because at first I really wasn't like too impressed.
Yeah,
like BG know that. I mean, I feel like we kind of reached for Jordan Davis. I feel like we gave a lot to get AJ Brown, but I mean it was more of a just first reaction type thing. But now that I look at it and see how these players fit into our defense, I love it. I love it now, man. It had to grow on me a little bit. I mean, us getting Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round when he was supposed to be a 1st round prospect, that's a great pickup right there, man.
Bro, how we could have the heist.
I was a little like confused about the tight end thing because we definitely needed like D-back help. But I mean, bringing in a Josh Jobe, like dudes like that, I feel like these dudes were supposed to be drafted. I mean, any other draft they would have been drafted. So, I mean, it was a deep draft, man. It was a lot of players that went off the board late and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not really
drafts ever.
Yeah, it was one of the deepest drafts I've ever seen. So, I mean, you can't complain, man. You can't complain. We could find like a number 2 corner out of one of these unrestricted free agents, or even somebody we got on the roster. I feel like we're gonna be set.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about it, bro. Because when you think about, I was just naming all the corners we got on the roster right now, right, and the guys we brought in. You think about, we had 6 guys that really didn't get no time. We got Tate Gowan, Kerry Vincent Jr., Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott, Mac McCain, Craig James, and then you bring in 3 more guys: Josh Jobe, what's the other kid named Josh Blackwell, Mario Goodrich. That's literally 3, 6. That's 9 guys competing for CB2. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that because the cream is gonna rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on the overall cornerback competition? Because we also brought in another safety as well. My man's name is Blackwell. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Blankenship, Reed Blankenship. He's going to compete with Kevon Wallace and Marcus Epps to start beside Anthony Harris. So overall, what's your thoughts on the competition that now exists in the DB room?
I always said, man, you don't need 3 great corners to compete in the NFL. You need, I mean, we got Darius Slay, Avonte Maddox, one of the best nickel corners in the NFL. You just need a guy that can hold fort over there, man. He don't have to be the best because he's going to get tested just because of Darius Slay and Avonte Maddox. So he's just going to have to hold fort. He's going to have to hold up. And I feel like with the pass rush that we brought in, I feel like it'll be a little bit easier on one of those guys. Like a Zach McPherson or Tate Gowan or any one of those dudes that end up winning that position, because at this point you can't just be not open-minded about it. Like even the unrestricted free agents you brought in, they gotta compete for this number 2 corner because we don't have a guy, a solid guy there, a solid number 2 option. So I mean that position just open right now. It's open. So if any of these dudes can step up, I feel like they're gonna get tested. They're gonna be battle testing, and I feel like they're going to have to step up to the plate, man. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the pass rush and having that experience back there with Anthony Harris, Vontae Maddox, Darius Slay, it's going to help this guy out. I mean, it's going to help him out a whole lot. So whoever win that job, I'm rooting for him.
Facts, man. You know, what's your thoughts on the schedule that came out so far? We play the Vikings on Monday Night Football, Lions Week 1, Cowboys Christmas Eve. I'm trying to shit in their stocking, so – yeah. What's your thoughts on that? What we heard so far?
I mean, it's favorable, man. It's real favorable. Like we get Detroit Week 1. That's our first away game. So
Right.
I'm fine with that. I mean, going up against Detroit in Detroit, I'm cool with that. I feel like that's a win right there.
Okay, real quick, the schedule is officially out. All right, I'm about to share this with y'all. Hold on 1 second.
You gonna put it up?
Yeah, I'm about to put it up. Right, I got it right here. All right, you just got added on, BJ. There we go. All right, this is where we are. All right, let me zoom in on this a little bit. All right, so this is it, y'all. This is what we asked for. We got Detroit Lions week 1, Vikings week 2, Washington week 3, Jaguars week 4, Cardinals week 5, Cowboys week 6. Then we got our bye week. So we got our early bye this year. So then we got Steelers week 8, Texans week 9, Washington week 10, Colts week 11, Packers week 12, Titans week 13, Giants week 14, Bears week 15, Cowboys week 16, Saints week 17, and Giants week 18. So what's y'all instant reactions to this schedule?
All right, so those first 5 games, I feel like we go 4-1. The only team I see us really struggling with in that stretch, and we always struggle with this team, is Minnesota. I don't know, for some reason we always struggle with Minnesota, bro. Any year we play them, we always struggle with them. I mean, we probably get over probably once in a while, but they usually play us hard. So
yeah.
I feel like that week 1 game, that's a dub. Minnesota is up in the air for me. Washington, I feel like we beat Washington that first game. It's going to take probably to the next game we play him for Wentz to really get his feet up under him over there. So I feel like getting them early is a little bit better. Right. I feel like we beat Jacksonville. It's going to be a hard-fought game against Arizona. And Cowboys at Dallas.
The first one we play them at home first.
We play in Philly the first time. All right.
Yep.
I feel like we take that one too. So that them first 6 games, I feel like we go 5-1.
So you said we go 5-1 before the bye.
Yeah.
That's very possible because D-Hop is going to be suspended for the first 6 weeks. So D-Hop is going to be a non-factor. Mm-hmm. They do got AJ Green over there. Who else they brought in? A wide receiver over there.
They drafted
somebody.
I forgot
the rookie from last year, Moore, I think.
They got Rondell Moore over there.
And they drafted a receiver too. I can't remember who it was.
But overall though, I think if I'm being all right, so I think 5-1 is definitely the ceiling. I think we can also go 4-2. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if we slip up in one of those division games.
Right, yeah. Probably lose the Dallas.
Right. But to your point though, I think the schedule, in my humble opinion, is favorable. I actually don't mind how this thing pans out. I actually like our schedule much more this year than did last year because I think last year from week 2 until week 4 or 5, it was like a gauntlet. We had the Chiefs, we had the Buccaneers.
It was nasty.
Who was it? It was just rough, but I think the schedule is definitely winnable. I'll be honest with you. I don't see why this team can't win 11. I can't see why they can't win 11 or 12 games in the NFC right now. I don't see why they can't.
I agree.
When I look at this schedule, I see
even with how it's set up, we don't really. All right, so we don't really run into an elite quarterback until Green Bay. So it's like
fact. You're so right. Elite.
Yeah, elite quarterback.
Dak is borderline top 10, but he's not elite. But to your point, the only elite quarterback on our schedule is great. That's the only elite quarterback we play.
Yeah,
and then if I had to rank them, I would say Aaron Rodgers, and then I'm putting. I'll be honest with you, y'all might laugh at this, but I'm putting Aaron Rodgers, then I'm putting Matt Ryan.
You know what I was about to say Ryan Tannehill. I ain't even gonna lie. Because Ryan Tannehill, you don't know what you're gonna get out of Ryan Tannehill. He can be a dog on some days, and some days he could just be trash. So I hope we don't run into him that day he a dog.
Right. Well, we're gonna be home, so hopefully, we throw some Philly cheesesteaks his way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe he coming with a stomach ache or something. But yeah, BG, you was about to say something?
I was gonna say, like, when I look at the schedule, like every team's beatable. Last year I feel like you said, there's more elite teams overall. Even your elite quarterback thing with Aaron Rodgers, their team's not as elite they were last year. You know what I'm saying? Like there was teams on last year where you really had to think, okay, we would need a perfect game to really come out and beat this team. You know what I'm saying? But with the schedule that's out right now, there's some good teams on here, but they're not. None of them put that fear in you like you can't beat them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really like
everybody.
Jameis Winston either.
My biggest fear is to get
I don't like
revenge
playing
games.
against Jameis Winston, but I don't know why.
Jameis like a Joker card. Like it's like you don't know what's going. It's a wild. It's like a draw 4. You don't know. Like
he could give you 5 interceptions, then one day he give you 500 yards passing. Like you never know what you're gonna get out of Jameis. So I don't really like
about the Saints though. Here's the thing. They're questionable at a coach. They're questionable from a coaching perspective. Remember, Sean Payton was able to reel in Jameis Winston. Will their defensive coordinator turn head coach be able to be a quarterback whisperer for him? I don't think so because he's defensive minded. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. You actually may see Jameis Winston regress this year because he actually progressed last season, but he got hurt.
Yeah,
you may see him regress this year. Honestly,
I agree.
I mean, look at this.
Jameis always as good as the head coach he got.
Mm-hmm.
So. Very much because he's so talented.
And a play caller.
He radioactive. Like he's like he can be successful, but he needs somebody to reel him in constantly just because of he a gunslinger. He willing to take risk.
I agree.
And like with me, it's just the revenge games that I worry about the most, really. What happened if Carson comes light us up? Every single good player it seemed like that we ever had that went to Washington, they light us up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I do worry about one of those 2 games with Washington lighting us up. Other than that, Dougie P with the Jags, like Jags had a good end of the season. Plus they added some weapons this year too. So it's like, yes, we should win that game, but what if Dougie P has his best coaching game ever? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like those things, those things that you gotta look beyond, your X's and O's and look at just these guys are coming in to do something to us. You know what I'm saying? They come in to make a point. And even Tennessee, we got AJ now. They got their first round pick and they already got Derrick Henry.
I like Jalen Burks. I'm curious to see how he does over there. But here's the thing also. Our toughest matchups are at home. I can live with the results. I can live with the results. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Minnesota, we remember the last time they came to Philly, we put their ass on a platter.
Yeah.
So they might got some. It might be some ghosts floating around, and then Green Bay, we could definitely beat them at home. Look, I understand Green Bay got Aaron Rodgers, but you can't replace 130 targets, 120 targets, and Devontae Adams. You can't replace that. He's going to be dependent a lot on these young guys to really up their ante. He's going to be dependent on a Sammy Watkins who can't stay healthy. It's going to be really interesting to see. Like I said, man, this schedule is definitely in our favor, and I don't see why we can't. I don't see why we can't win the division. I don't see why we can't win, depending on how the season plays out. But I just don't see why we can't improve upon a 9-8 record. This is all on Jalen. This is all on Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? This is my humble opinion, but I think Jalen Hurts has so much pressure on him this season. I know he probably don't feel it because even in his press conferences, he's making it very clear that this is my team. He made that very clear, and I love the vibe. I love the energy he on.
And those top 3, I look at it as like Jonathan Gannon got the most pressure. The Nick and Steichen share the second most pressure, and then Jalen Hurts, because Gannon, you got all the pieces you need in your toolbox for that defense to run good. You know what I'm saying? Like the upgrade at linebacker, the defensive lineman you added, the pass rushers you added. Yeah, you should do it this year, in your second year. And then you got Nick and Shane. Like, you guys got enough toys. These guys are all taking their second and third year leaps, which is supposed to be your most influential in the NFL. Plus, you got an A.J. Brown. You should be able to scheme these guys open enough to produce a high level. Plus, don't go do what you did last year and try to go into the season and be this super, 40 passing, game. Be balanced. Realize that we had the number 1 rushing attack last year because our offensive line is that built for that, and use those guys to their best abilities also, getting the ball to these playmakers on the passing side. So be more balanced.
I was actually about to, retort to that because I get what you're saying about not trying to come out throwing 40 times a game. Yeah, you don't want to do that. But best believe, because of what they did this offseason, they're throwing the playbook at Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to say, hey, listen, we run the ball 30, 40 times. They're not going to do that. Because they already know
this year.
Did they not? I'm telling you, best believe.
But they shouldn't have to. You only do that for the
I'm
first-year player.
I know. I'm with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But expect, because he averaged between 20 to 23 passes per game, 20 to 20 passes a game for the season. Best believe they want to get him to a point where he can throw that ball 28 to 36 times a game, minimum. They want to, because there's going to be those games where, listen, we can't run the ball. There's going to be situations where you throw it long. There's going to be situations where, look, we need this drive. Can you win it with your arm? Now, of course, his game is predicated. He's going to catch guys off guard. He's going to be able to catch something, run for 20, 30 yards. His game is electric like that. I don't want to change him. I want to expand upon who he already is. If he can become, we don't even need Jalen to be a top 3, top 5 passer. If he can get into that top 10 range of a passer, and you couple that with what he already brings to the table, Jalen Hurts is definitely top tier. If he can expand his game on that level, right. He don't got to throw bullets every game. No, he needs to be able to make the passes he needs to make. Needs to be accurate. Have some anticipation. He can't let that be the reason why we don't succeed anymore. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Right.
And plus, I mean, like you said, it's like this schedule is like really favorable, man. And every time we come into a season, they say, "Oh, the schedule is favorable." They kind of disappoint us. So, I mean, we really got to start changing that trend. And it don't just fall on Gannon. It don't just fall on Gannon, Sirianni, Hurts. It's a whole team thing. Like,
yeah, I mean, Tracy Rocker, Nick Rallis, Aaron Moorhead. What's the DB coach name? Was it Denard Wilson? Something like all those guys.
All of them.
Like, I know Stoutland gonna have his guys ready. I ain't worried about Stoutland.
Facts.
But we gonna see what happens, man.
Yeah, it's
I see. To be honest, like early prediction, I gotta go at least 11-6. I don't see how we don't squeeze
13-4.
I don't see how we don't squeeze 11 wins out of the schedule, man.
Minimum, right? Like,
yeah,
real,
minimum. Like
you won 9 games as your team. Your team was worse last year. You won 9 games,
right?
Like, no, you should definitely be able to add on 2 to 3 more games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why you can't. You're better than the Giants. You're better than the Washington football team. In my humble opinion, the Dallas Cowboys, y'all neck and neck now. So
right.
a move needs to be made. We still need to find out who Dak Prescott is. Post Amari Cooper. We also need to find out who CeeDee Lamb is, being the number 1.
Right. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is going to be.
Think about the Juju Smith-Schuster situation with AB. AB was there. Juju was eating all day.
Right.
AB left. Things got a little hot in the kitchen. So we're gonna see how it pan out for them, especially. And then Ezekiel Elliott, who is he going to be when he come back?
Thanks.
Y'all just lost so much, man.
They lost a lot. Like that's what they did. They lost a huge, and just like players that made impact. Like regardless if Cooper had 100 and something yards or not, like you had to put attention on Cooper. Always
had to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even Wilson when he came in as the 3. Wilson was good. When Gallup went out, Wilson played some good football. So now you got 2 of your best receivers from last year gone. And you replace them, and don't slay, because I was one of the guys rooting for the Eagles to pick him up late in rounds in terms of Jalen Tolbert, late in rounds, but it wasn't to be a savior over here. It's more to be like an extra piece in our, our lineup if we weren't trying to get a big name guy. But they're trying to act like this guy's a savior, and he's going to go fill in for even Wilson or freaking one of these guys. I don't even think that's possible. Like, you're putting too much hope and faith in this guy. Not saying he might not make a couple of good catches, but I'm just saying, like, he's not going to be a Cooper. He's not going to be even a Wilson in your offense in terms of impact. You know what I'm saying? So, I think really the sky's the limit.
Jalen Tolbert, it's going to take him a few years to really get his feet dug in.
Wait, Tolbert's that wide receiver for Dallas, right?
Yeah.
He what he played for I think
South Alabama.
Alabama.
And he was the WAC player of the year.
He was a dog though, but it's like it's different competition though.
Yeah, I would never get used to that conference name. Like
yeah, WAC.
with the WAC player of the year.
He a dog though, I ain't gonna lie, but it's a lot of stuff he gotta touch up on to really be a polished wide receiver in the NFL. They probably gonna really use him on a lot of gadget stuff at the beginning, like trying to just get the football in his hands and just turn him into a playmaker. But he's not a great route runner right now. He's not gonna be really beating NFL corners on a consistent basis. So, I mean, there's really only CD Lamb over there. Like really only CD Lamb at this point.
Gallups not even gonna be 100 starting the season.
Yeah, he probably won't be back to like week 6.
Let me ask y'all a question before I jump out of here.
All right.
And I want both of your perspectives on this. OneTreRoc, BG31, who is or who will be your offensive MVP for the Philadelphia Eagles for the 2022 season, and who will be your defensive MVP for the 2022 season?
Well, for me, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Miles Sanders is gonna be our offensive MVP of the year because he can't really do nothing. Actually. He can't really do nothing but go up from the season he had last year. Like not scoring a single touchdown last year, that's horrible. So if Miles could give you like a good, probably 8, 9 touchdowns, even 10, I'd be fine with that. I mean, that's just adding more to. Yeah, that's adding more to our offense. So I mean, I think this year that he finally cracks that 1,000-yard mark, and he's gonna give us a big season this year, and he's gonna finally stay healthy. So I'm gonna go Miles on offense. And I'm gonna go with Sean Reddick on defense because
you took mine.
I'm gonna go with Sean Reddick because if you watch this dude over his career, he's really like a pass rusher. It's like he knows how to get to the quarterback. So if Gannon can scheme this dude to where he's getting one-on-ones with like tackles and stuff like that, or running backs and stuff, I feel like he's gonna have a big year, double-digit sacks this year. So I'm going with Sean Reddick and Miles Sanders.
What about you?
I had to do it, man. You guys already know where I'm going. I'm going Jalen freaking Hurts. It's going to be our offensive MVP this year, and he might be a league MVP if the cards, lay out the way they should. The sky's limit for this guy. I think really people are really underestimating him. And I understand he's your quarterback. You want to be crucial on him, but man, you just got to know football, man. The process is hold strong on the process. And the process is something that you guys never see. No one's seen Jalen in the same offense twice. And I think he's really going to light it up with these weapons that he has. On defense, I'm going to go a little something different. I'm going to say it's going to be Nakobe Dean, man. Like, he's going to be our defensive MVP.
You took my runner-up. Damn.
He's going to be our defensive player of the year because we need that field general. We haven't had it. We just haven't had it. We've been begging for it. And I don't care what size he is. Sometimes the linebacker don't have to be the biggest. It's that heart, it's that dog in you, and it's the way you play. And I really believe that Nakobe Dean is that guy that's about to come out and show the world that you guys passed on me 2 straight rounds, really. Like, I won the best linebacker in college football. I was part of the best. I led the best defense, one of the best defenses ever in college football. And you're going to say that I'm a 3rd rounder? Like, I think it's, like I told people before, like, if we would have gotten Nakobe Dean in the 1st round, I don't think we're going to get that. We'll be getting the same Nakobe Dean as now getting him in the 3rd round, where he's a lot more hungrier. He's a lot more, chip on the shoulder. And that's going to bring a straight dog out in that field. I think when he gets out there, he's just going to tear the league up. He's going to tear it up. Like, he's going to make a Michael Parsons impact without having, we don't need him to do the off-the-end rushing. No, we got players for that. In terms of being a middle linebacker in our defense, still general, he's going to be that kind of impact on our defense this year.
Man, shoot, y'all took my main guys. All right, before I get out of here, I'm going to tell y'all my guys. All right, so on the offense side of the ball, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to say Devontae Smith. I'm going to tell you why. Because now he has somebody next to him that you have to dedicate attention to. You have to. Devontae Smith is going to be more open than we've ever seen him. And again, he's such a spectacular route runner. He's such a technician. His work ethic is insane. He's going to come in stronger. I bet he's gonna put on a few more pounds of muscle on him. He's gonna come in stronger. He's gonna know how to maneuver in the league now. Like I said, he's a technician. He's going to get open a lot.
Yes.
And And I expect him to eclipse 1,000 yards, like you said, BG. I don't see why we can't have 2,000 yard receivers. I don't see why we can't. But Devontae Smith on the offensive side of the ball, and then on the defensive side of the ball, just so I can say somebody different than y'all, because Hassan Reddick was my number one. Then I was going to go Nakobe Dean, but just so I can say somebody different. Keep an eye on Josh Sweat. Because now you got Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, Jordan Davis at the D tackle spot. Then you got Hassan Reddick rushing. Somebody gonna get through, and Josh Sweat just been waiting to have some help over there. You know what I'm saying? If Derek Barnett was better, Josh Sweat would be more productive. But
you still gotta remember BG coming back too,
and and Brandon Graham coming back. So like, watch Josh Sweat. I think Josh Sweat may have his first double-digit sack year this year.
I hope so, man.
I'm going on it, but y'all
process, that is the next step. Double digits.
Sure. But fellas, man, I want y'all to keep going, man. I love y'all guys so much, man. We're gonna keep this thing rocking. Next week, as a matter of fact, since I know it worked a little better for us, let's try to push it to 8 for Trey Rock. That's cool. That's better for you, Trey.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
All right, we don't know for sure. So yeah, let's do 8 o'clock next week. Let's just try to keep that consistency. 8 o'clock next week, man. Fellas, I want y'all to keep going. I appreciate y'all to beat the people. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. I was MIA for the past couple weeks. I had a lot going on with family and traveling, and I just had a lot going on. But man, I'm back in full effect, and the energy is never gonna leave. So, fellas, y'all keep up the energy. I love y'all, man, and I'll see y'all next week, man. And you know what I always gotta say before I get out of here, man.
Yeah, you do.
Your boy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. And I catch y'all fellas later.
Yes, sir. Go Sixers. Go Sixers.
Man, I love it when he says that. Ain't no one said a damn another thing like that, man. I love it when Tony does that, man. Shout out to him, man. Make sure you guys go hit that like on his channel. Hit that like on all of our channels and support all your Eagle content creators. We're putting out that fire this year. We're growing, man. We're growing. We're all getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a fun ride, man. It's been a fun ride. And our team is growing, and it seems like it's getting better, too. So, the sky's the limit, really, for Philadelphia, man. Like, I can go on and on about, like, how I praise the players that we got. Like, when you really break down and look at what, like you said, what they do in their scheme that they're having to go into, the A.J. Brown releasing all that pressure off of Miles, Quez, off of, like, Smitty, Goddard. You're releasing pressure with players like that. The Jordan Davis, you're releasing pressure, off these defensive players, the Nakobe Deans. Like, these are players that are, like, releasing pressure on other players to perform at the level. We want them to play at a good level, but I'm saying, like, they don't have that pressure of having to be that guy anymore, I feel like. So, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Listen, man, like I said, we're going to go as far as the coaches take us. The defensive coordinator, the head coach, whoever's calling the plays, these position coaches, we're going to go as far as they take us, man. If y'all can't get these dudes ready, and like I said, with the favorable schedule we have, if y'all can't get these dudes pumped up to play like week after week, week in, week out, then, you shouldn't be coaches in the NFL. So, with that being said, man, I'm pumped. I'm hyped, man. The schedule out. It's getting closer to football time, man. It's starting to get beautiful, BG. It's starting to get beautiful, man.
It's looking nice, man. I'm ready for it. And Jinx, whenever you want to come on the show, my guy, you can come up here. Because you're supposed to be on our team. We shouldn't be battling you. You should be talking with our boy Jinx.
Jinx, I don't want no smoke, Jinx. You always ducking wreck, man. You be ducking wreck, though. You stay in the comments.
We had Birds on line. Did Jinx come on last time we had Birds on line? He didn't come on, did he?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he's talking all that smoke. He didn't come on the show. We don't have it again. That's going to be popping back up here, the closer we get to the season. We're definitely going to get that popping, and getting it back on our regular rotation. So, yeah, man. I don't know, man. What else? I know you were late, so what else do you think we need to talk about with the Eagles right now? I really want to talk about Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
For a second. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about Howie Roseman then. Let's get it.
You heard what he said, man, like how Lori made fun of him, how, we should have been drafting these SEC players. You know what I'm saying? Like from the talent. Like, do you feel like Howie's really developed? He's learned from his mistakes, and now he's on that path where now from here on out, we won't have to worry about a guy like Howie Roseman anymore.
I mean, I can say he developed. I could go as far as say he developed like with his mindset, but Howie Roseman still scares me sometimes. It's just, you got to take Howie Roseman year by year. The last 2 drafts, he spanked them. He spanked them though. So you only could go off recent history. But you can't forget though that long stretch where we were just doing anything in the draft. Drafting players that came in injured, we wasn't hitting on them. It was a lot of bad stuff that happened that will leave a sour taste in your mouth about Howie Roseman. But you can't deny that this dude, he's definitely and he's improving every year. And for them to extend him another 3 years, like I always say, he had to go in there with a game plan and knew what he was doing for Jeffrey Lurie to extend that dude. That early in the process before the draft even was there, he had to go in there and know what he was doing, like know what he was talking about, know what he was doing, know who he wanted and knew how to get him. So, I feel like Howie Roseman getting better. It shouldn't have took him that long to start drafting these SEC players, though, because it's like common sense. It's common sense, bro. But he's definitely turning it around, man. I can't be mad at Howie. He put together the team that we wanted. Now it's out of his hands, to be honest.
And now that's 2 back-to-back A's. Whether you want to say A- last year, A+ this year, A+ both years, whatever you want to say, he had 2 A off seasons so far. And then you go 5 years back, you got a ring. First ever, Super Bowl ring for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So in a 5-year span, he's had 2 for sure good drafts and a Super Bowl championship. And then I want to say, what was it, the 18 draft class? We re-signed all those guys. So that's really 3 good draft classes. So you're really looking at in the last 5 years, the man's only had 1 bad.
Yeah.
1 bad year.
Yeah. Plus, what I was about to say, I forgot. Plus, I can't remember BJ. My fault. I'm blanking.
It's all good. It's all good. I was ready for it. But yeah, he's getting better. He's doing better things, man. Like Howie Roseman, to me, is definitely out of the doghouse. Where you want to come around. You got to realize, what was it, the year he won Super Bowl, he's won a freaking GM of the year. It's like, does he always do it the right way? Does he always do it, the way we want it to happen? No. But he does make it happen. Like the Eagles been competitive pretty much the whole time that he's been, in this position that he's been in. So, we had 1 down year. We made the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. So you really can't hate on them too much, especially bringing home that championship.
Yeah, I was about to say, a lot of people was screaming about fire Howie. But I was thinking, like, and hire who? We're going to fire Howie Roseman and hire who? Like, you're not thinking beyond that. Y'all just thinking, we need to fire Howie. But Howie been here, and he put together some solid seasons for us, man. Like, he had a couple down drafts. But he always constructed a roster where we could win. We never been super trash. Like, it was years that we didn't win as much as we were supposed to, but we never been super trash. He put together good rosters. We wanted them to focus on the receiving position more. Over the past few years, he kind of missed on Rager, but over the past few years, he's been actually going after wide receivers and stuff. They never did that. They never really did that here. So, we just gotta let it play out, man. And I feel like this year it's gonna be a good year for us, man. I could feel it.
I feel like, just like you said, trial and tribulation. We expected him to be perfect in the jump, but I feel like now he's starting to correct some of the mistakes he was making earlier in his career. They're not picking from the SEC. He's from Florida. He should have definitely been picking there already. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're trying to stick too much to analytics. SEC beat on each other so much that, the players get hurt once they get here. No, when you got to pick up for the cream of the crop, you're picking up for the cream of the crop, period. Football is a physical sport. Everybody's beating it. Even if you went to, a D3 school, you're beating up on each other all year long. You know what I'm saying? That part doesn't ever change. It's a physical sport. You know, you got to just deal with that, you know. But why not do it if it's going to happen at a lower level or a higher level? Might as well get the players from the better level, you know, and bring them on your football team. So I'm glad, like, he finally realized that we picked up two really solid players last year, Devontae and Landon, and we got two this year. You know, if you can get two every single year of the draft, your team will eventually be a great team. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep on with that mentality and pick it from the top of the litter. You're going to build something special.
Yeah, I put Howie Roseman there, probably the top 10 of GMs right now. I mean, he got to go in the top 10, probably closer to the top, because he nailed this draft, man. It's like we got what, 3 big names out of this draft.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We got about 3 big names out of the draft, and it was places where we needed it to be plugged, and we got solid football players. We went to the championship team in college football and grabbed 2 of their elite players. So, I mean, you can't get mad at Howie about that. I mean, that's a solid draft right there.
And then the AJ Brown, that's a pick. So that who you would have got there, you could have got one of these other young receivers. You went and got an AJ Brown, a young Pro Bowl receiver. You know what I'm saying? So he's young still. Like, some of these guys coming out are 24 years old. And AJ's only 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he's a young cat. But he's already been in the Pro Bowl. He's already had 2 multiple 1,000-yard seasons. You know what I'm saying? He's already established as being a dominant force in the league. And he hasn't even hit his prime yet. 24 is just not your prime. You know, he hasn't even hit that stride yet. So he's going to be growing on our team, making our players better, and also becoming a more better receiver himself. You know, that's crazy, man. That's crazy how everything just worked out perfectly for him. You know, you can ask for a better situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all sitting there panicking. Oh, he's not getting enough people. We're not getting enough people. He's not getting enough people. But yeah, he say calm, cool, collected. He already knew what he wanted. You know, all right, yeah, you got to go ahead and spend that money. You know, how mad would you been if we didn't get AJ, knowing that we got AJ, and we would have got Christian Kirk? You know what I'm saying? We would have overhyped him. He would have been the receiver we needed. You know what I'm saying? The Robinsons, you know, and guys like that. We would have been like, oh, these guys are receivers we needed. We should have, you know, we got them. We're all set. And then reality, knowing that after the fact that we had AJ Brown, man, that's not even a fair trade. AJ's way better than all these people that got paid this offseason. You know what I'm saying? That we could have had on our football team and everybody in the draft. So, you know, only people that probably don't think that are AJ Brown haters. You there, Trey? So how does it have to pick that haven't even shown their ceilings yet? I got faith in Davion. Yeah, Davion Taylor's another beast. You know, Davion Taylor is definitely a beast. His problem is, Davion's only problem is the health issue. We've seen Davion come in, play some good football, get hurt. Come in, play some good football, get hurt. Like, Davion has to stay in the game the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Davion has to put games together, consistent high play. You know, every year that he's in the NFL, obviously going to be a year he's getting better. So that's a plus for him. But I love Davion Taylor. You know, for him to be a rotational piece coming into this defense, yeah, I'm all for it. I think, you know, that's a good idea. He definitely should do it. Let's see, we got Trey back here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got
froze out, my guy. You froze out. Yeah, like I said, Davion's good. Like you said, there's still more players left, you know, to find out about. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely still more players to find out about. Jinx says 15-2 in my opinion. Yeah, I like it. I like the Jinx. So he also caught video talking crazy to Lane Johnson, but not talking away from what he has done, but hope he stays humble. Yeah, that's true too. You know, but I don't know, man. I'm ready for it to be September already. Do you think you're gonna go to any games this year?
Yeah, man. I'm actually trying to go to that Dallas game. Yeah, I want to catch that Monday night Minnesota game. I'm not even gonna lie. Those are my 2 ones I want to watch right now. I want to catch a game with Carson. I want to see when Carson come to Philly too. That atmosphere gonna be crazy, man.
Either
That's
one
gonna be one
in Washington or in Philly.
Either one. I travel to Washington. Either one, whatever one cheaper. That's the one I'm going to.
Right. I wouldn't mind seeing the Detroit game just because the first game of the season, usually that's when the fireworks spark. I want to go to the Dallas game, Dallas Eagles, whether I'm driving to Philly or Dallas. I think they're close to being the same distance. Either way you want to do it. Like I said, I want to at least hit 2 Eagles games this year. I wanted to go to one last year. I've never been to one. Like I said, I've been to Eagles games, but never been to one at home. So I really want to try to get a home game this year. If not,
go to one in Philly.
Yeah, I want to get a home game this year, and it doesn't matter which game. Just one at home. Knock it off the bucket list. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to actually be able to go to all the home games eventually one day. But for right now, if I can get a good home game in this year, maybe 2 of them, that'd be great.
Yeah, Jinx said he going to the Green Bay. He said, the Green Bay game and the Cowboys game. Maybe we could catch one with Jinx. It don't matter.
Do it. And that's what I want to do this year. That's why I want to go to these games, man. It's so awesome finding out who's going. We linking up. Do a little podcast in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun with it. Talk to the fans, interview fans. Just be super eagled out. For the day and have some fun with your fellow content creators, your fellow people you meet on here and family members. Nation to nation. Everybody just go out there and have some fun. Watch the Eagles beat up on somebody. That game. Which game scares you the most? Like in all those primetime games, which game do you think, man, I really am worried about this game? Because for me, it is that Christmas Eve game.
Yeah.
Against the Cowgirls. Because that can really mess up your Christmas. And I know nothing's supposed to mess up your Christmas, but that would really irritate me if we lose that game.
The game that really, I ain't gonna say it scare me, is just sometimes the Eagles play down the competition. So I'm gonna have to say that Jacksonville game, man, because Jacksonville, you watched Jacksonville last year, they was a solid football team, and they was just young. They was young and they didn't know how to finish football games. They weren't horrible. So, I mean, it's that Jacksonville. Even this first game of the season with Detroit kind of scared me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I told people I think we're gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be no blowout.
Yeah, it kind of scared me.
They got better. They got better.
They got better, and plus, I mean, Jared Goff, he always played well against us. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just like, I just want to see. We just got to see how this team is. Even if it's like catching a couple preseason games or something like that, it'll make me feel a little bit more comfortable because they look good on paper, but it don't always come together like that. So I just got to see how they shake and maneuver on the field for real.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's going to be crazy, man. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot closer game, but, like, it's time for us to take that step from being a good team to a consistent contender. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this could be that year where we actually are, like, when you look at the Eagles, like, those are contenders. By week 6, you're like, okay, these guys right here, you got to watch out for these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we need to take that jump. We haven't really had that jump since 17. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time to take that jump again and become known for being a dominant football team. Like, I think we have the players right now to do it, and I want to see them go out there and do it for sure. Said, Detroit bothers me, but we blew them out last time. Yeah, we blew them out running the ball. But yeah, you never know. You never know. But none of these games scare me really. Facts. I think every single, and I said it last year too, to a certain extent, but really this year even more, that every team is beatable. Even your best team. I feel like more about, those revenge games, like the Tennessee game, where they want to show A.J. Brown you made a bad decision. So Derrick Henry runs for like 250 freaking yards on us. And the rookie has like 150 yards receiving on us, you know what I'm saying? Just to prove a point type thing. Not saying it's going to happen, but, that's the kind of stuff I could see happening. The Jacksonville game, like you said, people forgot Travis Etienne didn't even play last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got some receivers now. Trevor Lawrence had a down year for his first year, but that's his first year. He can come out better year. That defense was still stout last year. They got some ballers on that defense side of the ball. They can come out this year and put a little, WP, get them all fired up, go against us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a scary thing. Carson Wentz, like I said, one of the two games. I really feel like we should sweep again. But one of the two games, who knows? Carson might come play some 17 Carson Wentz football against us. We got to worry about this game. But I always had the feeling Carson, he might have a good game against us, but I still feel like we'll win again. But, you know what I'm saying, just to see that kind of game, that would be like a gut-wrenching game. Like, no, don't lose Carson, And we finally win, but okay, thank you, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be a wacky season, man.
We definitely don't have a dominant defense. I think we do.
I don't think it's dominant. We got to see it first.
I think the pieces are there to be dominant. Like, we do gotta see it, but I think the pieces are there to be dominant.
Yeah,
because people don't really understand. Like, I'm like 1,000% on this. Those 3 linebacker switches that we just added, that's alone. Everybody going into year 2 in this defense, and that linebacker switch alone. If you had the same secondary last year, same pass rushes, which our pass rushes a lot better this year. You can make some noise, and I just think that that's going to be a huge thing that people are really like not realizing that that's the reason why we're going to be dominant. And then our defensive line rotation is just stupid.
I agree, man. We definitely got a boatload of pass rushers now. I mean, to be honest, even Nakobe Dean could be a solid pass rusher from the middle. He really chased the football like wherever it's at. So, I mean, like I said, it's up to Gannon now. I mean, you got to put this game together. You got Big Jordan Davis in the middle, Big Hargraves, Big Fletch in the middle. I mean, they clogging that up. So, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to put a good defense out on the field this year. I mean, it shouldn't be. And with us bringing all those pass rushers in, I hope we blitz a little bit more, to be honest. Because last year, we rarely blitzed. Like, we rarely blitzed. Everything was react. Our linebackers were slow to the football. They getting blew up. I mean, this got to be kind of a tech-style defense, man. I mean, you don't bring all these pass rushers over here for nothing. You're going to have to attack. And they help your secondary out a lot, too. So, I mean, hopefully Gannon got his stuff together.
Yeah, we got better at linebacker, worse at cornerback, at safety, and D-line. I don't really feel like
I can't really say we got worse at D-line.
Yeah, I think we got better D-line. I think really we went about even at safety, not even getting one, just for the simple fact that Roddy McLeod was out, a lot of games. So a lot of these guys got to play some safety last year, which is only a plus for us. Now they have home field experience. They're gonna get better this year. So I can't say I'll give you a split at safety and cornerback. Man, Nelson wasn't that special. Like you said, we had 9 players to choose one position. If you can't get one player to be good out of these 9 players, then your whole scouting department needs to get fired.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Marianne's saying though, because
we are better at linebackers.
We got better. We got 10 times better at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Worse at corner. I mean, losing Steven Nelson, that's kind of a little bother, but I mean, he wasn't like nothing to sneeze at. Like he played well over there. He wasn't like dominant or nothing. And we definitely got worse at safety. So I mean, I agree with it. D-line kind of stayed the same. I mean, but you added Jordan Davis up. I mean,
that's better.
That kind of take your line over the top. So I mean, we can't even say the D-line is still the same. Because we getting BG back to add with Josh Sweat. We getting Barnett back. I mean, Hargraves there. Fletch came back. Jordan Davis. Hassan Reddick is really a defensive end. I don't know why they call him a linebacker, but he's really a defensive end because he's really all he want to do is rush the passer. So, I mean, we basically got a solid 4 or 5 defensive ends. So, I mean, I feel like we got way better on the defensive line.
No. I think our defense as a whole is definitely a lot better. Well, I dropped the link, Jeans. If you want to come in here real fast before we get out of here, we got a couple more minutes. If any of you guys want to come in and give us your opinions on how you think the team, sits right now, and how good we can do this season, or your take on the schedule release, come in. You know what I'm saying? Hit the link, come in, let us know.
It's Birds on the Line all over.
Yeah, we just changed it to a whole new show. Birds on the Line is open. Let's go. The lines are open for you now.
Back together, man. Birds on the Line. Let's get it.
Let's go, Jinx. He says, give me a minute. Let's talk some birds. All right, we're going to stay on here for you.
Man, Jinx, he's going to come in here, man.
I know he's going to keep us all hyped up.
We're not wasting our time on you, bro.
But, yeah, like you said, we probably got, I'll say, you guys, if we start getting this thing rolling, I don't care what time we stay on for, but we'll probably be on here for another 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So if you guys want to hit that link, come inside, let us know how you feel about the team. We're here for you. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I can also do some Eagles trivia, too. We got a lot of that.
Let's go.
Let's see how good. Cause I remember I did this with Philly Notion. He was mad at me a little bit. Let's just say he had to use his lifeline a lot. But I love you, Philly Notion, because I need to use my lifeline, too.
Yeah, he's a linebacker, but he's a pass rusher.
Yeah, Davis won't help much, BG. Who knows how he will, because he's older and Reddick is a linebacker. Reddick is a linebacker. I agree in that part. And I think Davis helps us this first year right off the jump. I don't know how you could think that he wouldn't. A guy that size.
He's not even going to have to play that much.
He doesn't have to start. Just for being that size, he's going to help us, period. Every big man like that usually comes in on their team. Why do you think we jumped, the Ravens? Because they're notorious for getting these guys. The Haloti Nadas and whatnot, bringing them on that defensive line, and it helps. It's an impact. That size you don't teach. The athleticism you don't teach. He's going to definitely impact our defense. Fletcher's older.
I understand you saying Reddick is a linebacker, but he's a pass rushing linebacker. And I think Gannon's going to really try to convert more to that 3-4 kind of defense where he can have him on the edge, or not even a 3-4. You could really send him down to the edge and just let him rush. It don't even matter. I don't feel like he's going to be dropping back in coverage too much.
I don't trust him. Piece this together. But you got to realize it was Gannon's first year, too.
First year, he really
first year defensive coordinator, man. You gotta give these guys time to grow.
He really didn't have nothing to work with. He had special team linebackers. It's like, there's only so much you can mass. Average players up in a defense, like average to below average players, like. So, I feel like he's gonna do better, man. He got a couple bigger names now. Kaiser White, Reddick. They brought Nakobe Dean in. I feel like there's a lot you could do with that lineup right there. It's more like really it was only just TJ Edwards for real last year. He was our best linebacker. And now he's probably gonna be like the third, fourth linebacker on our team. So
yeah. Facts. The rest of them for the kids. Hey man, if you can, you can. If not, hey, we got plenty of other shows we're gonna be dropping the link for. Much love for your support, Drew. He said if he doesn't learn to play with leverage and power, he won't. But he did already. He already knows how to play with that. It's easy for you to watch some highlights where they show you a couple of films, a couple of snaps where he's not playing with leverage, so he's not as dominating. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. Anybody that size is going to be a good player. Like, going to be something to be reckoned with. You don't be 6'6", 325. Really what he's 345 now. We want him to get down to 325. Probably end up around 330. You know what I'm saying? Like 330, that's just a large individual in period. Mm-hmm. So that's a problem regardless of if he got leverage, if he don't got leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's just a solid problem. You didn't see that many plays from him, or he wouldn't have been a first round draft pick where he was just fat and sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Like not making no noise. Like you see plays where he was taking down running backs, running side to side, sideline to sideline, getting double, getting triple team. And that's the kind of player we got on our team. So you guys can underestimate him all you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you guys, what he is or what he's not going to be. But I am going to tell you that he's going to be a beast, in my opinion.
I agree with Marianne, though. He's definitely going to have to learn to play with it, learn how to drop his pad level and try to get up under some of these guards and centers and stuff like that, because these dudes are shorter and they're a little bit more solid. They grown men. I mean, I understand he's a big dude, but he's gonna have to learn how to play in the NFL. He's gonna make some plays for us this year, though. I promise you he will. But he's gonna have to drop some weight, and he's gonna have to learn how to play a little bit lower, especially when he start getting tired. Because when big dudes start getting tired, they start standing up. I mean, letting dudes get up under their pads. So I agree, Marianne. I agree he's gonna have to learn, but that's why you got a Fletcher Cox and a Vernon Hargreaves in front of you. They could teach you stuff like that. I mean, that's why you got a defensive line coach. They teach you stuff like that. That's why you got these strength and conditioning trainers. They can help you drop that weight, help you eat better and stuff like that. It's way better in the NFL. So hopefully this kid is dedicated to, putting the work in and doing it. I think he will, but, that's all he really has to do is just watch, learn, and train right. He'll be fine. He's already a beast, like strong.
And extra motivation. It's his mom's favorite team, my God. It's his mom's. When you're mama's boy, you want to make mom proud. Now you got your mom's favorite team you're on. If you don't think this guy's about to go bust out and work even harder to be the best, own his mom's favorite team, that's a whole level that, forget culture, forget training and whatnot. That's a whole other inspirational level that, I don't know, man. You can't teach that. And I think he's definitely going to produce at a high level this year as well.
I think with all that experience in front of him, he don't got no choice but to watch and learn and get better, man. Because he really is considered the man on that Georgia defense. So now you get to sit behind two veterans that have been doing it for years. Hargreaves and Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox been dominant in this league for years. He constantly had to get double teamed his whole career. So, now you pick up traits from that. You pick up traits from how Hargreaves be getting up under these dudes, getting through there, making those sacks. You pick up stuff from just watching. And he's going to be, our third D tackle in the rotation? Probably even fourth. Just starting off. So, he's not going to have to play that many snaps. He's not going to be able to get tired. He's going to be in and out of the rotation. And when he's in there, it's probably going to be more on rundowns to begin with. So, the dude, he's young. This is his rookie year. We can't just count him out just because we see what we see right now. He's not a finished product yet. So, I'm fine with watching. This dude grow.
But I'm just saying, in that growth time, his size and athleticism is going to help him make some plays early. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's going to still make some plays. Like you said, he's going to play a percentage of it. He's not going to be in there the full time. Like, we got a nice rotation going in there. He said, I'm more bullish on Cam Jorgensen. We may not be a quarterback factory, but definitely an O-line. He's going to be set up for greatness. Hall of Fame mentor Jason Kelce, plus the status. Yeah, exactly. Jason Kelce handpicked this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave him a list. That's the guy, you know what I'm saying? That guy right there is going to be a beast. And like you said, that was a nice pick. Like, it's so funny how no one really even talks about that. That's like the unsung pick, the second-round pick that we make big deals about second-round picks, But that's one that we just was like, whatever. We were so in heaven about the, Jordan Davis, the freaking, A.J. Brown trade plus the Nakobe Dean third-round pick that we don't even really talk about how big of an impact this guy coming to our offensive line will be. How special can you think this guy can be?
Listen, like you said, Jason Kelce handpicked this dude, so he clearly sees tricks that he can help him with and help him get better with. And then early on, he could actually play other positions too. So it's like, I feel like this is him sitting behind the dudes that's in front of him. That's big time experience right there. And
he could be our right guard this year. We don't even know.
Yeah, he could even be our right guard. He could actually beat out a Sayamalu or somebody like that. He could beat one of those dudes out if he's really that dude. Like how the Eagles organization felt like he was. So, we probably won't even have to wait to see this dude because we didn't expect Landon Dickerson to start. From the jump. So, and he beat out a lot of those dudes. So, who knows? I'm ready to see the growth of this dude for real, because if they're a dog how they saying, if he a dog how they saying he a dog, and that even that 1 year, if Kelce leaving after this year, he's one of the best centers in NFL history.
Facts.
You get to sit behind him and just watch him work every day. I mean, that it's just a confidence booster. Like, damn, this dude told me that. He gave me all his little traits before he left. I mean, so I feel like I always say this. It can either be receivers, running backs, anybody. Like, say, for instance, you sitting behind an Adrian Peterson. If you don't pick up something from Adrian Peterson while he's there with you, then you don't want to be great in this league.
Facts.
Like, if you don't pick up something from a Randy Moss while he's in front of you, you don't want to be great in this league. Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, one of these dudes. If you don't pick up something like that, something great from them while they there with you, then you don't want to be great in this league. So, I mean, that's all I can really say about it.
Yeah, and you're right. Stanley is a GOAT, a straight GOAT. What's up? Watch them go fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it when he does that. I love it. Marianne said he's too small for guard, but he will be a great center. True. You know? You can't even tell these guys if you're too big or too small for anything nowadays, you know. Yeah. Everybody thought Kels was too small to be a center, you know, and he still came out and did his thing, and he went down to be one of the greatest of all time. So we're going to do a couple of trivia questions with you guys before we get out of here. And let's see how much you guys know your Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to start off with this one. This should be an easy one. For what team did Charlie Gardner post back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for after he left the Philadelphia Eagles in 1999?
That's good. Let's hear it in the comments. Let's hear it.
So just for all you guys too, you know, this is for Trey to answer and the rest of you guys. Let's see how well you know your team. I'm gonna repeat it. For what team did Charlie Gardner post back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for after he left the Eagles in 1999?
Charlie Gardner. Damn. Was it Seattle? It wasn't Seattle, right?
Is that your option? Is that your choice?
Damn, Charlie Gardner. I remember Charlie Gardner playing for the 49ers, right?
He did play for the 49ers.
But I don't remember him having 1,000 yards over there, though.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Damn. I don't know this one, BJ. I'm going to just guess. I'm gonna say the Seahawks.
Drew Johnson is correct. It is the San Francisco 49ers. Damn, good job, Drew, knowing his Eagles. I like it. Okay, here's another one. What linebacker did the Eagles acquire in a 2015 trade that sent LaShawn McCoy to the Buffalo Bills?
Kiko Alonso.
Kiko Alonso is correct. I like it. Here we go. Next. From what backup quarterback and future Eagles coach did Torrance Smalls catch an 84-yard touchdown against the Giants in 1999?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson is correct. Yes. Look at him on the roll here. What up, Jinx?
What's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
You want the smoke? You in here now? Get it.
What's up?
Tell me what you say. Tell me about your team. How you feeling after the draft, Jinx? You're on the platform. Let everybody know what Jinx.
Jinx, you messing my trivia up, Jinx. Dang, I was on the road.
Hey, I think we about to go 15-2.
I like
That's
it.
where we about to go. 15-2.
15 and
I
2.
don't.
Who's going to be your offensive player of the year? Who's your defensive player of the year? And then give me a sleeper.
Offensive player of the year, I'm going to have to go with AJ Brown. Defense, I'm going to have to go with Nakobe Dean. And the sleeper, I'm probably have to go with Josh Sweat as our sleeper.
You said Josh Sweat. And who did you say on offensive defense? You're kind of low.
Offense, I'm going to go with Nakobe Dean. I'm at defense, I'm going to go with Nakobe Dean. Offense, I'm going to go with AJ Brown.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my sleepers.
I like it. Not bad. Not bad. You can help with the trivia too then. Let's go with what number hasn't been worn by Eagles since the death of Jerome Brown in 1992?
So that's easy.
What's the answer? 99?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 99.
That is correct. In 2016, what Eagles defensive tackle signed a 6-year contract extension worth a reported $103 million?
You said in 2000 what?
In 2016.
You said Eagles defensive tackle?
Yep,
It gotta be Fletch.
that is correct.
It gotta be Fletch. I don't remember no other D tackle getting paid that much. Not on the Eagles.
Okay, what longtime Packer receiver caught 4 touchdown passes for the Eagles in 2002?
Long-time Packers receiver.
He got 4 touchdowns with the Eagles in 2002.
2002.
Chat, you guys are the lifeline. If you know, help out one Trey and Jinx. Because I think this might be before Jinx's time.
I was thinking about Irvin Fryer.
Way before my time.
It couldn't have been him though. Because he was
Irvin
with the
Fryer,
Eagles.
did he play with the Packers too?
Yeah, I remember him playing with the Packers too.
I thought he was on the Dolphins.
But the Eagles had him first though, didn't they? Packers receiver.
Drew says, damn it, I know. Who is it? I'm going to say the question.
Long time
like,
Packers receiver.
Nope, it's not Irvin Fryer. I'm going to say it again. What long-time Packers receiver caught 4 touchdown passes for the 2002 Philadelphia Eagles?
Damn. Long time Packers receiver.
If you guys know this answer, put it in the chat.
I'm just going through receivers that we possibly could have had in 2002. I'm drawing a blank. I don't. Because I know.
Guess one, just to throw one out.
Damn. We had Freeman. I don't remember having Freeman. Wow.
Antonio Freeman is correct.
What?
4
Thank
touchdowns.
You, Thank you.
2022.
I don't remember Antonio Freeman being on this team. On the Eagles. Oh, that's crazy.
What longtime Eagles DB retired after the 2011 season with 26 career sacks to go along with his 37 career interceptions?
That was easy. Weapon X, Brian Dawkins.
That is correct. Let's see here. Oh, what CBS show did former Eagles DB Irv Cross become the first African American national TV sports analyst?
CBS. It was a CBS TV show, like sports TV.
Yeah, it says, on what CBS show did former Eagle DB Irv Cross become the first African American national TV sports analyst?
Sheesh. That's hard. I don't know that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
The NFL Today show.
NFL Today. Sheesh.
What punter started his professional career with the USFL's Philadelphia Stars before joining the Eagles from 1999 to 2002?
Punter?
Yes.
2002. Woo! That's hard. I don't even remember a punter back that far. That's crazy. I was about to say David Akers, but he's a whole kicker.
Yeah, he's the punter.
Yeah.
Jinx, you know?
It wasn't Sad Rocket, was it?
Nah,
Nope.
this is like way before my time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sean Lindetta.
Damn, I was about to say Sean Lindetta too, but I didn't want to be wrong. That's crazy. That's crazy.
While serving mostly as backup quarterback from 1998 to 2002, what key role on special teams did Corey Dittmer play for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Key role on special teams. Was he the kick holder?
The holder. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, what former Fresno State running back joined the Eagles after 5 seasons with the San Diego Chargers?
Ryan Matthews.
That is correct. In 2014, what rookie receiver posted the longest play in Eagles history with a 107-yard kickoff return against the Titans?
In 2014. He was a rookie at the time. It couldn't have been DJ because DJ came in before that. It was a rookie wide receiver.
You guys want to help out? In 2014, what rookie receiver posted the longest play in Eagles history, a 107-yard kickoff return against the Tennessee Titans? Drew says
Was it Jeremy Maclin?
Jeremy Maclin.
Josh Huff.
Josh Huff is correct. Look at the young buck.
Good job, Jakes.
He coming up with some answers here. What Eagles linebacker received a franchise tag in 2002, only to see the team rescind the tag just over a month later?
In 2002.
Ooh.
That's a hard one.
That is a hard one, but you probably know the answer. What Eagles linebacker received a franchise tag in 2002, only to see the team rescind the tag just over a month later?
It couldn't have been Trotter. It couldn't have been Trotter. Was it Dhani Jones?
And Drew Johnson's correct. It is Jeremiah Trotter.
Ew.
You gonna say it couldn't be Trotter, and it was Trotter.
It couldn't have. I don't remember Trotter leaving that way. That's crazy.
He's at condolence to Philly, RIP Sixers. I'm not a Sixers fan, so hey, tough luck. Better luck next year.
Oh, they lost?
You get one Sixers question. I can give you one of those two because I got Sixers. I got Philly basketball. I got baseball. Everything. Like, what Sixers guard was named 2004 NBA Rookie of the Year and then traded to Milwaukee Bucks in 2015.
You saying was it Drew Holiday?
Nope,
Michael Carter Williams?
that is correct.
Mm.
Look at you, got double. Okay, what team traded Ron Jaworski to the Eagles in 1977?
God damn. 77. That wasn't even thought of. Who did Ryan play for? Yeah, I don't know that one.
Drew says the Raiders. Nope.
Wasn't the Raiders?
Close.
Was it the Rams?
That's your answer.
Yeah.
It was your Los Angeles Rams. Good job.
Let's go.
Let's see. After winning 2 Super Bowls with New England, what cornerback signed with the Eagles as a free agent in 2008?
That's easy. Asante Samuels. Mr. Jump That Route himself.
That is correct. That was the easy one.
Mm-hmm.
That's really easy. Let me see here. In what statistical category did the Eagles defensive back Bill Bradley become the first player to lead for 2 consecutive seasons in NFL first? For one, who's Bill Bradley? He lost me at that part, but if you know,
Was it pass deflections?
is it? Let's see. Ooh, no. But you're close.
I know it wasn't interceptions.
Actually, it was
interceptions.
interceptions.
Oh. That's crazy. I was gonna say interceptions first too.
Let's see here. Good luck. Other sports. Going on here. Okay. When he retired in 2009, what former Eagles offensive lineman and eventual congressman was the last active player to have suited up for the Houston Oilers?
Might as well just put that check up there, man. That's Big John Ray.
That is correct.
Yeah.
What quarterback 7 touchdown passes against the Raiders in 2013 tied the Eagles team record? And I was sitting right next to his parents that game. I was there in the stadium, and I watched him throw those 7 touchdowns. So go ahead and give me the name.
Is that Sir Nicky Six?
Sir Nicky Six, Nick Foles, definitely. That was an awesome day. One of my favorite Eagles games ever going to. My kid took a picture with Deshaun Jackson's mom. It was an awesome day. It was an awesome day.
I wish
And what team did former Eagles guard Evan Mathis win a Super Bowl championship following the 2015 season?
Evan Mathis. Was it the Evan Mathis?
I forgot he did leave and went and won his championship.
Was it Kansas City?
Nope.
Evan Mathis, 2015.
Yeah, it says, with what team did former Eagles guard Evan Mathis win a Super Bowl championship following the 2015 season.
Was it the Patriots?
Eh.
2015.
That's 2 strikes.
Evan Mathis. I remember him going somewhere. I just don't remember what team it was.
So basically, the question really is, who was the 2016 Super Bowl champions?
2016.
So that was the year before us, huh?
Year before. Whoo! Drawing a blank.
Wow.
I remember Evan Mathis leaving, and he definitely won the chip. He definitely won the chip the next year.
But what team was that?
I can't remember what team it was though. It was a red team though. I know.
Do you wanna a hint?
I remember it.
You want a hint? It was in the AFC. That's all I can give you.
Oh, yes, Denver. It was Denver.
It was definitely the Denver Broncos.
Yes, I remember. I knew it was either a red or orange team. I'm like, it was one of those bright teams. And then I started remembering.
This is a really easy one. You should get it in like 2 seconds. At what college did former Eagles quarterback Sam Bradford win the 2008 Heisman Trophy?
That would be Oklahoma Sooners.
That would be correct. What Hall of Fame receiver made his name in Green Bay, played in 3 Super Bowls with Buffalo, and wrapped up his career with the Eagles in 1998?
Ooh, that's hard.
Ooh, that's hard.
Ooh, that's hard. Oh, damn.
That's a good one right there. I like that question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the answer, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember we did have him.
All right, you said, Hall of Fame receiver?
Okay. What Hall of Fame receiver made his name in Green Bay, played in 3 Super Bowls with Buffalo, and wrapped up his career with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1993?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just throw one out there. Think of the teams, though. Remember the 90s? He was good on Buffalo.
He was good on Buffalo.
Played with Green Bay. I guess he was good on there, too. He went to 3 Super Bowls with Buffalo. Nope.
I'm going to go with Drew answer. I'm going to say Lofton.
Correct. James Lofton. Good job, Drew.
He said 93. I was born in 91.
You're like, man, I was 2. I don't want to know Eagles football at 2.
Yeah.
What team did former Eagles quarterback Randall Cunningham lead to a 15-1 record in 1998?
Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, that was an easy one, too. That's correct. What Eagles defensive end posted 19 sacks in 1992, just shy of Reggie White's franchise best 21 in 1987?
In 1992? Nah. Another one I don't know. Sheesh. I know history from like 95 on that. I ain't even gonna lie. I was born in 91.
Drew, you want to help? He's a great, too. I'm going to repeat the question. What Eagles defensive end posted 19 sacks in 1992? In 1992, just shy of Reggie White's franchise best in 21 in 1987. So think about that line that played with Reggie White that you hear about, you've seen about. He's the next dog in that line. And it's not Jerome Brown. You want to take a stab at it?
I'll try. Eagles great pass rusher. Yeah, I'm blanking.
Drew, you want to take a...
Nah, Pat. Clyde.
Clyde Simmons is correct, John. Good job, my guy.
Good job, John. Appreciate it, brother.
Clyde Simmons was a dog. In 2012, what safety had his number 20 retired after signing a 1-year contract to finish his career as an Eagle?
That's easy.
That was way too easy.
Weapon next.
From what SEC team did the Eagles draft receiver Jordan Matthews in round 2 of the 2014 NFL draft?
Vanderbilt.
That is correct. What lanky wide receiver left the Eagles after the 1983 season as the team record holder in career receptions, yards, and touchdowns?
Was it Mike Quick?
No. He was lanky. He was big. Led every category in for receivers with the Eagles.
I can't remember his name. I know who you talk. I can't remember his name. It's not Mike Quick. It's not Mike Quick. It was the other big, tall, behind wide receiver. Yeah, Harold Carmichael. That's who it was. Harold Carmichael.
That is it. Harold Carmichael. Facts. Ooh, I like these questions. I don't even know what the question is. What Missouri receiver was picked 19 overall by the Eagles in the first round in 2009 draft?
Jeremy Maclin.
Correct. What Eagles tight end missed Super Bowl, 36 after he sustained an injury catching a game-clinching touchdown in the NFC Championship game?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
What Eagles tight end missed the Super Bowl 36 after he sustained an injury catching a game-clinching touchdown in the NFC Championship game?
Tight end. Was it L.J. Smith?
That's incorrect.
Chad Lewis?
Chad Lewis is correct. What Eagles running back retired after the 1984 season as a franchise leading in rushing yards and rushing attempts?
What franchise running back retired in what year?
I know you don't like this because it's before your time, but what Eagles running back retired after the 1984 season as the franchise leader in rushing yards and rushing attempts?
Was it Montgomery?
Wilbert Montgomery is correct.
Yeah.
In September 2000, what surprising maneuver did Andy Reid bust out to kick off his second season as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles?
What surprising maneuver? Was it an onside kick?
Onside kick, that is correct.
Yeah. I'm a dog.
In 1998, Eagles draft pick from Notre Dame became the first player in history to return a kick for a touchdown with 5 different teams.
1998. Was it Mitchell?
No.
Sheesh.
What 1998 Eagles draft pick from Notre Dame became the first player in NFL history to return a kick for a touchdown with 5 different teams?
Did he play for Washington? I remember he played for Washington. What? I can't remember his name right now.
Played for Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. But I'm just blanking on his name right now.
His name starts with an A.
He was a little short dude. He used to be always running kicks and punch back. I can't remember his name. God damn it. Woo!
His last name starts with an R. His first name starts with an A.
Yeah, I don't got it right now, BJ. I don't got it. I know who you talk about. I just can't remember his name.
Anybody in the chat got it? I remember you time for you guys.
I remember he killed us a couple times on special teams. Yeah, Allen Russell, right? That's his name.
That is correct.
Yeah, damn. I could not remember it to save my life, yo.
What longtime Eagles went 3 for 3 on field goals in Super Bowl 17 as a member of the losing 49ers?
Yeah.
That's not 17. That's what's XLV 22?
Is it David Akers?
That is correct. That is the answer. What Notre Dame running back was a 1,000-yard back once for the 49ers, 3 times for the Eagles, and 3 times for the Seahawks?
Was it Ricky Waters?
That is correct. What Eagles rookie running back ran for 178 and 169 yards in back-to-back games during the 2012 season?
Shady McCoy.
Oh, I like this one too. I liked him. I was really high on him.
It wasn't Shady? Oh, Bryce Brown. Bryce Brown
is correct. Good job, John.
I remember him going up in those 2 games.
Remember those 2 games? You're like, whoa, Bryce is about to do some things.
I'm like, yeah, he about to be special. He just
That was about the only thing special he did for us. In 1994, what Heisman Trophy winner posted 91 yards rushing, a 93-yard catch, and a 94-yard kickoff return while playing for the Eagles?
A Heisman Trophy winner.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
What up, Slay?
Big play.
Was good. How y'all doing?
You know, we're chilling, doing some Eagles trivia.
Yeah. I see what y'all do. I know some of y'all. I mean, I don't know if most of y'all are Sixers fans, but I know some of y'all Sixers fans are a little, depressed right now. I'm sorry that y'all lost, but maybe next year. Good.
We good. Y'all about to lose too. Ain't you a Boston fan?
No, I'm a Lakers fan.
Oh, y'all been done.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. We good.
So Bryce Brown and Chip Kelly let go. Yeah, Bryce Brown let go by Chip Kelly. Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was. Bryce Brown? That was Chip Kelly's season, huh?
No, he ain't let him go. I think he got injured.
Oh, Chip?
Yeah, I think Bryce Brown got injured.
Okay, in 1994, the question, what Heisman Trophy winner posted a 91-yard run, a 93-yard catch, and a 94-yard kick return while playing for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Damn.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm not even sure. I'm not
a
even
Heisman Trophy running back for the Eagles. Big numbers.
Herschel Walker.
That is correct. It was Herschel
Knew
Walker.
Should have said something.
Yes, sir.
When he left for the Colts in 2015, what defensive ends 85.5 sacks as an Eagle left him second on the club's all-time list?
Trent Cole.
Trent Cole. Yeah, that's cool.
Coltrane is correct.
I knew that too. Bro, Trey is quick too.
The annual award given to college football's best defensive player is named after what Eagles great?
The annual award given to the best who?
I said the annual award given to college football's best defensive player is named after what Eagles great?
Doak Walker.
No.
Isn't it Chuck? Isn't it Chuck?
Chuck Bednarik.
Yeah, I knew that. See,
That is correct. Chuck Bednarik.
What made me say Doak Walker? I'm tripping.
Because that's receiver, I think.
Yeah, that's receiver right there.
What longtime Bengals quarterback did Bobby Hoye outduel in leading the Eagles to a 44-42 shootout in 1997? Oh, I forgot we had Hoye brothers.
Long-time Bengals quarterback.
he was
Yeah,
on the
he
bench.
beat out alone. So, what longtime Bengals quarterback did Bobby Hoye outduel and lead the Eagles to a 44-42 shootout in 1997?
Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, was it Boomer?
That is correct. Big
That's
play
better.
select. Got it in there. Eagles quarterback Norm Snead led the NFL in what unfortunate category in 1968 and 69?
Interceptions.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's correct.
Way before my time.
What Hall of Fame defensive end spent his final NFL season with the Eagles after 11 with the Chicago Bears?
Nah, William Perry was never on the Eagles. I'm not gonna say that.
Damn, I don't know.
Yeah.
I repeat.
You got a year?
Who?
You got a year?
It doesn't say a year. It said, what Hall of Fame defensive end spent his final NFL season with the Eagles after 11 seasons with the Chicago Bears?
Trying to think. They got William Perry. Who was number 95 on that defense? I know the players just said I don't got. Yeah, Dent. Him. Yeah, Richard Dent. I was
Richard
thinking
Dent. Yep.
Yeah, him.
I remember him at play that 1 year. Yep.
Yep.
He was trash too.
Forgot that man's name.
He was trash that 1 year. He should have retired the year before.
Yeah, I know he played for the Niners as well. He played for them too.
What college team did Eagles quarterback Ty Detmer win the Heisman Trophy in 1994?
BYU.
Yeah, that's BYU.
That is correct. He won the Heisman? I forgot that.
Yeah, he was running around all crazy like he was.
That was 1990. Somewhere around there.
What SEPTA subway line takes Eagles fans to Lincoln Financial Field?
The L, baby. The L. That's what we call it in Philly. We call it the L.
Well, I need the proper name for it.
All right. Damn, I don't even know the proper name. I've been calling it the L my whole life. It's a Market Frankfurt line. What they call it then?
That's your final answer?
Broad Street line. I'm sorry. Broad Street line. I'm tripping.
Facts.
Yeah.
Broad Street subway line.
I'm tripping. What made me say the L? The L don't run the Broad and Patterson. I'm tripping. I was too hyped to answer it. That's what it was. I was too hyped to answer it.
What hard-hitting Eagles safeties suicide is among the catastrophic catalysts that lead the NFL reform for concussions?
Hard hitting Eagle safety.
Suicide is among the catalysts that led the NFL
It
reform.
was around the 90s, right? I bet you it was around the 90s.
Yeah,
It was that water dude or something like that.
Ding, 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 big play slay.
Knew that.
Andre Waters.
Yeah, him.
My fault, brother AM. I was too hyped to answer the question, man. I meant to say the sub. We call under the sub, over top the L.
Whose 1991 Eagles single game record did Hugh Douglas tie by posting 4.5 sacks against the Chargers in 1998?
I do not know that. Rock, you got that. That's way before my time.
Yeah, ask the question again.
Whose 1991 Eagles single game record did Hugh Douglas tie by posting 4.5 sacks against the Chargers in 1998?
Was it Jerome Brown?
Nope.
Reggie?
Nope.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know that one.
It was the last one you didn't know in the same era.
Oh, Clyde Simmons?
Clyde Simmons is correct.
Ah, damn. Actually, I should have known that. Should have guessed.
In 1998, what tight end from Oklahoma set the Eagles record for catches by a rookie?
Oklahoma?
Yeah, 1988. What tight end from Oklahoma set the Eagles record for catches by a rookie?
Yeah, I wouldn't know that one. I ain't even gonna lie.
Is that Keith? Nah, that's like no. That's way before the 90s. That was like 65. I was gonna say Keith Jackson.
That's right. Stick with your guns.
Wait,
it is Keith Jackson.
Hugh Jackson?
Yep.
Jackson.
Oh shit.
I'm like, wait. I thought Keith Jackson was before the 90s, but
what legendary running back gashed the Eagles defense for an NFL record tying 237 yards in a 1961 game at Municipal Stadium?
Hell, we supposed to remember that. Yeah, I ain't even gonna attempt on that one. I might just start throwing crazy names out there.
Throw a crazy name out there. Think about it for a second.
I'm gonna say Emmitt Smith.
It was a
1961.
Oh, you said 61? Then who was the best? Oh, I thought you said 1991.
Was it Jim Brown?
Yeah, it's Jim Brown. That's what I was gonna say.
Jim Brown is correct.
It was Jim Brown. Should have said that. I thought he said 91.
We do three more here. In 2017, what offensive tackle played in his 7th Pro Bowl the most by an Eagles offensive lineman?
2017. Jason Peters.
Yeah, it's gotta be Peters.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's so easy.
Who set an Eagles record for sacks in a season by a linebacker by racking up 14.5 sacks in 2014?
2014. That's gotta be most sacks. I was gonna say White, but you said linebacker.
Was it Jason Babins?
No.
Who was it?
Michael Kendrick? Nah, that's not it.
Connor Barwin.
It was Barwin.
Connor Barwin.
That is correct. Connor Barwin.
I was gonna say fucking Michael Kendrick.
Wearing number 21, what Eagle recorded 19 interceptions while starting 109 games at cornerback from 1995 to 2003?
Eric Allen. Yeah, that's too easy.
That was easy.
What was that?
Eric Allen.
What? Was it Troy Vincent?
Oh.
What What? It wasn't Eric Allen? I can't believe it.
What year would you say?
I mean, repeat the question.
Yeah, rephrase the question.
Wearing number 21,
Mm-hmm.
what Eagle recorded 19 interceptions while starting 109 games at cornerback from 1995 to 2003?
Oh, Bobby Teller.
And he was on my channel, and yes, it was Bobby Taylor, man.
Hey.
That was good. We got a whole bunch of cards.
I cannot believe it wasn't Eric Allen. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 21, I thought. Because Eric Allen.
But he wasn't 2003, though. He wasn't all the
Yeah.
way 2003. He was like 1999 or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bobby Taylor was on the team from 95.
Yeah, he was on the team to like around 2003. I don't think he was gone.
Well, I feel like Bobby Taylor was number 23, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Eric Allen was 21.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he wasn't like for, I don't know. Bobby Taylor's right. Yeah, he was 23. And then I think maybe Eric Allen was a different number too.
No, Allen was 21. Allen was 21. Like,
But they can't both be 21.
yeah.
But yeah, that's good, man. Shout out to you guys still in here. Make sure you guys hit up my boy Big Play Slay. You guys, the Eagles are going to do some great things this year. Any final words? Big Play Slay, tell me how'd you like the draft? It's Howie out of the doghouse. Give me a offensive player of the year this year, a defensive player of the year this year, and a sleeper.
Okay, I mean, we could start off with offensive player. I'll do that. Offensive, defensive players. Offensively, I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna say offensively, it's gonna be AJ Brown. That's a consistent answer. AJ Brown or Dallas Goedert, maybe Smith, but it's got to be one of those three. I think it's gonna be either Brown or Goddard. I think Smith's gonna do good still, but
Brown. You gotta pick one. You can't pick two. Who's gonna be the main guy?
I'm gonna say Brown.
AJ Brown.
Yeah. Defensively, you just best defensive player. You say?
Yep.
I'm gonna say Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick. Okay.
Yeah, it's Reddick right now. I think Davis in the future is gonna be the best defensive player, him or Dean, but Reddick, and I still got to see how both play on the field first. But Reddick right now, I would say, would be the best defensive player on the team. Or not. Well, he's been playing like it. And then, how did I feel about the draft? I thought it was a good draft. The Brown trade definitely gave us a little, boost. The Davis pick was good. And he's a good run stopper. The Dean pick, it was a damn good pick in the third round. Especially for me having him as a graded top 2 linebacker in the class. And then you just look at what we did throughout those later rounds. You add Juergens, and then UDFAs, Mario Goodrich, Job, all those guys, who are going to be good scheme fits. But yeah, if you look at our schedule, I think we win 11 games or 10, somewhere around there. It's got to be a boost between 1 or 2 games, because I'm not going to sit here and just be happy with 9 games again. I'm not going to do that. And I think that's a terrible, terrible stretch. If you're going from 9 games again, if you're a 9-win team again, that's terrible for you, especially when you added Jordan Davis, AJ Brown, Dean, a lot of playmakers. And then you just look at what they did throughout the UDFAs. You have to win at least 10 or 11 games. And that should win the division. And then the teams that I have us losing to, it's got to be the Steelers, Vikings, Cardinals. I said Vikings, Cardinals, Steelers, Colts, Cowboys. That's a split. And then the Giants, the last game of the season. Because I think we're going to rest our starters. So that's why they win. And they're probably going to start their starters.
I don't even think we lose to the Colts, to be honest, or the Steelers.
And the Steelers?
The Steelers defense is
That's
damn
huge.
good,
Defense
bro.
good, but their offense is trash.
Nah. What? No way. I don't know, bro.
Score points. I
Steelers
don't
are
believe in Mitch Trubisky at all.
I understand their offensive line is questionable, but look at what they have at running back, bro. That literally says it all. Najee Harris is gonna pick up the slack for Mitchell Trubisky, and then if you're a guy like Mitchell Trubisky, you're not gonna be relied to do a lot. You're just gonna be a game managing quarterback, and I think he's good at doing that. It's just that when he was on the Bears, he was handed a big task, and his offense wasn't that good. And then, the Bears, coordinator Matt Nagy and the head coach, they set him up to fail. So I think he went to a better situation, better talent on both sides. And I think the Steelers are going to do well, and they're going to beat us at home. But it's going to be a close game.
I don't know about that one.
Come on, big play.
We're
not losing to
what do you want me to say? They're going to win that.
Hey, it's big plays.
I'm trying to be realistic.
We're not losing to no Mitch. We could have said anybody else. I got us probably even losing one of them to Washington, but not no Mitch Trubisky, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, the Steelers are better than the Commanders.
Hey, first got a good question too. He says, "This was easy. What Eagles owner starred in a Disney movie?"
Jeffrey Lurie.
I'm gonna say Donovan McNabb. Shoot.
Say Eagles owner.
Yeah, I don't think. Who was our owner before Lurie?
I have no idea.
Our owner before Lurie was damn, what's dude's name? He was there with Andy Reid.
Yeah. Oh man.
I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of his name. All right, Chet, God help us out.
Jeffrey Lurie, ding. But who was the Eagles owner before Jeffrey Lurie? That is a good question.
Because he was there at the beginning of the Andy Reid tender. I can't remember his name though.
Dang. That's a good trivia question right there.
That's bad because that means Jeffrey been here for a long time.
He has been here for a while, but I feel like I see his face.
I see his face. I just can't remember his name. Crazy.
He said Norm Broadman.
No, that's not his name.
I don't know if that's the name.
That's not his name. Oh, I can't remember it.
And then Drew says,
yes, it is. It's Norman Brahman.
Bro?
Brahman. He was a co-owner and the principal owner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
what about
Before Laura? Or you could have said
Bert Bell?
what's his name? It was Ed something.
So who is
Ed
the GM?
Lebowitz or something like that.
Who was the GM before Howie?
That's what I feel like his name was Ed, too.
Who was the GM before Howie?
Oh, before Howie Roseman?
Yeah, that's probably
what's
what I was
his
thinking
name?
about.
Damn, I forgot his name.
Can't remember his name. It's in
Wow.
my head.
When did Howie even start? What was Howie's rookie year?
He's been here for 22 seasons.
Yeah.
But it was 2020.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
2000. I mean, 2000. He started GM. When Donovan McNabb was drafted in 99.
Yeah.
Yes. But Howie started off as I would say more of like a scout that moved his way up.
He was an accountant at first.
Or account, something like that.
Yeah, he was an accountant, then he moved up.
That's crazy. So crazy that it's like it's a long time ago, but it's like kind of not really long. It is. It's crazy. Said Bird was the OG, but it was Ed originally before Lurie with Norman.
It's crazy. We gotta do some more Eagles trivia one day.
Yeah, we're gonna do some. I got a whole we still got that was like 50, 60 to 100 cards still, and then I haven't even opened this half of the pack. So we're gonna start busting them out on some of these shows. Towards the end of the shows, get some Eagles trivia out there, see who's up on their game, and plus it'll just make us better content creators too. more trivia about our team. So it's a win-win. It's fun and it's a learning experience.
Wait, hold up. Birdgang, what is right now, as of right now, what is your record right now for the Eagles? It better not be something crazy, like 15, 16 damn wins. Well, man said 17 wins last year. I gotta
listen. I'm always going to be 17-0 until proven otherwise. I want the Eagles to win every game. So as that number changes, I change throughout the season. But I always still have a record prediction. Last year, what was it, 12-5? That was what I won last year. We ended up 9-7, but I said 9 wins would be the floor. I'm gonna go with this year. Way too early. 13-4.
Jesus.
Yes.
What about you, Trey?
13-4 is what I'm giving it.
I gotta say 11-6.
I agree. I see it's 11-6 or 10-7. Something like
6
that.
losses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see 6 on that schedule.
I think it's gonna be Cardinals, Steelers, Vikings. I said Vikings already, so it's got to be like I don't think we're gonna lose to the Packers, to be honest.
I don't think we're gonna lose the Packers either.
Vikings.
Oh, Mr. Birdgang gonna one up me and say 14-3.
Hell no. Hell no. I wish.
Possible too.
Hell no.
I like it. You made me look soft. I like it.
Maybe next year. Not right now.
This year I like it. Because really, our team, like learning a new system, learning everything they did, everybody being so young, they won 9. Experience alone gives you a game or two. And then the players you added gives you a game or two. It's not that far off.
Jesus, Jinx.
Jinx coming with the 15-2. I love it. It's possible. It's possible.
So what?
Like, no one can say it's not even possible.
Jake's going to be the main one crying like, this team sucks.
We played Dallas at home the first game.
Yeah, Joe Banner. That's who I was thinking about, Joe Banner.
Yeah, Joe Banner.
We played Dallas at home the first game or away?
We play them at home the first game.
That's a win.
We got to play
I think we split, though. I hate as much as I hate it.
And we play them in Dallas on Christmas Eve.
As much as I hate it, I think we're going to lose on Christmas Eve, before Christmas. They're going to pull off I would say a field goal win and a tough game, and it's going to hurt us.
What were the top 2 seeds this year? Records.
And what? And
on both sides, like top 2 AFC, top 2 NFC. What was their records?
It was the Titans in the AFC.
And how many? What was their record?
The Titans were like 12 or so, I think.
I think they was like 11-6.
Yeah, 11-6 or something like that. Yeah, the Titans were like.
I think the Rams and the Rams had the top seed in the NFC.
Nah, it was both the Rams. Nah, it was the Packers who had the number 1 seed.
Yeah, the Packers. Yeah,
they got the first round bye.
It was the Packers and the Bucks
at 13 there, right?
Yeah, Packers and Bucks at 13-4.
Yeah. So I see that as being 13-4.
Jinx, I don't think we're going to 15-2 though, man.
But hey, I'll be loving it if Jinx is right.
You pushing it,
15-2. That'd be a great season of football for sure.
I would expect it more if you would have said 13-4. I could see that. But not
they talking about 17-0 and stuff like that. 16
but 17-0 until proven otherwise.
That's gonna be proven by like week 2, my guy.
I'm not saying that they won't be proven otherwise, but I'm saying you got 17-0.
Nah.
Oh, further with us with the 13-4 in here. I like it. Guys, I love Jalen, but get McNabb ceilings vibes that can't get us over the hump. Once again, McNabb was a good enough quarterback to win a Super Bowl. It was our team. Like Super Bowls are team. I don't ever say there's one player that ever wins the Super Bowl or loses the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's when it comes down to, your whole team gotta be clicking that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember some of them really good teams get stomped out in the Super Bowl, with good players just because their team wasn't out there ready to play. So, and I think,
That's true.
as of right now, we never seen the Eagles put so much support around their quarterback. I mean, now he had that 1 year with T.O., but that was 1 year, and they didn't even really like each other.
And
I
then
want to see how Hurts' accuracy is.
you gotta look at D-Jack Macklin and Shady McCoy too.
But remember when we got McNabb, by the time we got those guys together,
That was at the end. Yeah.
They shipped out McNabb. And that's why everybody's so mad. I was mad. Like, why did you ship him out when you finally got him weapons?
He was old at that time, though.
I want to see how Hurts does with his accuracy down the field this year. Especially now with adding AJ Brown. And the 9-ball this year is going to be big for Hurts. You got to do a lot with the deep routes and stuff, those streaks. If you got AJ Brown 1-on-1 down the field and you don't hit those shots down the field, it's going to be a problem. And if he can't capitalize throughout the season on those deep balls, I don't know, man. I'm not saying we will have a new quarterback, but that's what it could end up being.
I'm saying I don't even think he should have that short of a leash. I mean, that, sort of leash. Yeah.
No, I don't think he should. I would be okay with 26.
I think he had a good year last year. Was it the year we wanted? Could he play better? Yes. But for his first year starting, he had a good year. I'm going to write that to the grave.
Solid year.
That's a solid year. When you can say you're 6th overall in production at quarterback, there's no 6th overall in the history of quarterbacks ever started first years as a quarterback. Like, the fact that we still give this man a hard time, to me, is ridiculous.
Because the game tape is different than what
the game tape on a first year starting in NFL. The game tape shouldn't look very good.
The best thing about throwing the deep ball to AJ Brown is all you gotta do is put it in his vicinity. He gonna go get it. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different. That's like throwing a deep ball to a D-Jack, Odell Beckham. They know how to track the football. So as long as he ain't overthrowing them and all that, it should be good. They'll go up and get that football. Even Quez going to be a little bit better with that. Devontae Smith a little bit better with that. That just comes with, like, working, knowing your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If that man does not work on his damn accuracy down the field, bro, oh, my God, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem.
It's just different, too. Like last year, like I said, talking about rookie receivers, second-year receivers. Deep ball, yeah, he overthrows some, but, yeah, they didn't run great routes every time either. That there's a lot of things that went into last year. And all on the learning curve. Like, just being able to be in the same system, that alone is going to make him better. And I think that, man, people are going to be really shocked how awesome Jalen Hurts does this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a huge. But, oh, wow, we didn't know he can do that. Well, you should have known. Like, he's been a good quarterback his whole life.
Yeah. Still has to work on his passing.
Like I said, what was saying earlier, how Burrows got benched and then went to an LSU, and that's when he became a baller. Like, people get benched and go to other places and see. At the end of the day, it's not even really him. It's really our offensive coordinator. Because it's just like the whole, Drew Brees thing. Drew Brees became one of the best quarterbacks ever, passing statistically. And he wasn't the strongest arm guy. He didn't have the best, with the Chargers. And then he went over to Sean Payton. Sean Payton schemed him up offenses and made him the best. So really, at the end of the day, it comes down to your coach scheming up people wide open for you.
Yeah, you could win with timing and rhythm. You don't got to have the strongest arm. You just got to know how to anticipate passes and stuff like that. Stronger arm quarterbacks get away with throwing in the tighter windows,
and that's another thing too. People don't ever say that. Brady deeks and dumps his way to Super Bowl since the beginning, and no one says nothing about that. But it's like, it's a big thing for Jalen to have to be going deep down.
But there's a huge difference.
He deeks and ducks the whole season.
There's a huge difference between Hurts and Brady.
But it's like, if Brady's deking and dunking the whole season, like, how does that make him better? You got to think about this. Brady ain't really went deep with Randy Moss.
You got to understand something. Brady's timing and anticipation with his throws have always been on par.
But it doesn't matter if they're all dink and dunk plays.
But he giving his receivers a chance to catch and run though on damn near every play.
The play
Just
designed
give
for
the
him to
football
run
and
5-yard slants and he throw him the ball.
Yeah, just getting the football in their hands fast. And letting them let his playmakers make plays.
But then you also have to put the receivers that weren't like great, but he made them good into context as well. Like,
But we can't say he made them good. They probably was good receivers. He just learned how to work with them.
And the only time you really seen him air him out was when we had Randy Moss. He was the best.
No,
I
don't
Deion
know.
Branch. Deion Branch went to he played for the Patriots. He went to Seattle and he still put up solid numbers.
Wes Welker was the best
Edelman?
player on the Dolphins when he went over there. Edelman was the best player on his team.
That's a
The
7th round
Lions.
pick though. And
Amendola.
Amendola
yeah,
was
he was a
not
good
that
receiver.
great before Brady though.
Who?
Bro,
Amendola was good
Brady
on the
made
line.
Amendola.
Amendola was good. He was good with the Rams when he played for the Rams.
Was it the Rams? Didn't he play for the
What?
Lions too, though?
He played for the Rams?
Yeah.
No way.
I think we picked him up first, right? And then cut him. And then I think he went to the Rams.
Yeah, so
Hold on, let
like
me
I said,
see.
it's not all about
This one Bradford was there.
putting up the big numbers. Even if you look at some Aaron Rodgers games, man, he finds open receiver. Like that's schemed up, open receivers, easy routes, getting them open early, getting the ball. It's not that hard to do it, and it's a lot easier when you have elite talent to catch the ball as opposed to like young first and second year players.
Even with Wes Welker in Miami, the year before that, he had a 99-yard touchdown pass against the Patriots. Then they brought him in the year after that.
They did after he torched them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
So all them receivers and stuff, they wasn't trash. They were good players. Brady just had great timing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
They had an
that
awesome
could be
running
a
game
contact
always, and they had a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of that came with Brady just being that clutch, though, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
moments. I ain't gonna lie.
It's easy to have all the records when you've been in the league since the beginning of time.
Yeah, he been.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put his numbers in a small sample size box in terms of like, you can take away a couple of years and you don't have that great of stats.
Look
But
at Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
Imagine if you gave Brady legs, though. Imagine how good he would be. Then.
It's like the difference from to me, I feel like it's the difference from like people that think Barry Sanders is the best, which I am on that boat, compared to people that think Emmitt Smith is the best. Because Emmitt Smith ended out with the all-time, but look how many more years it
But that's not what I'm trying to argue. I'm just trying to argue that Brady's just like Brady kind of made a lot of receivers though in a way. Like, not, I would say a lot. He just made like specific receivers that got drafted or undrafted into like, receivers that have good production, but you're not biggest names, but get the job.
But was it really Brady? Was it the system?
Huh?
And the reason why I say it's more system, because remember that year Brady missed the whole year and their offense did not miss a beat.
Yeah, it went like 11.
They won 11 games.
They went like 11 and something with Matt Castle.
Yeah, they were 11-5 with Matt Castle, and Matt Castle got that fat contract and went to the Chiefs and was garbage.
And then what happened after that?
You gotta look at Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo had double-digit wins with him too when Brady got hurt.
But what happened to that Patriots team with Castle?
It was so many good
They lost
teams.
the first round of playoffs.
They ain't go.
That's my point. Does Brady lose that?
No, they ain't.
They lost to Brady. What are you talking about?
They ain't go because there was so many good teams in the NFC that year.
Brady won 6 Super Bowls with that team.
Yeah, but lost 3.
3 because
was it only 3
times that he played?
Is it just New York and us, the only people that beat Brady in the Super Bowl? Is that it?
But look at the time he played us. He destroyed our secondary. The only reason we won was because at the end
we should have beat Brady in the first Super
stop.
Bowl. Donovan McNabb to sell his soul for Chucky Campbell's soup commercials.
remember
But the
too,
Giants'
big play.
defensive line was just that good.
You gotta remember too, big play. It was a period, I think, of like 8 years when Brady and them ain't even make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on that team the whole time. So it was like, I mean, they hit spurts. That's what it was.
And that's why, like, even when they look at like how
I
some
don't
of these
know. Because
It
they
was
made
about-
the Super Bowl in 2014 against Seattle, right?
it was about
And
8
then
years.
before that, 13 it was the Broncos. I know that. 12 it was it the Patriots?
I remember because they was losing to Baltimore damn near every year in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, it was Baltimore. But before that though, 2011, that was New England.
we say he had 6 rings,
Mm-hmm.
6 out of what,
he
23
didn't
years.
go 8 years without making the Super
It
Bowl.
was
How
like
many years? I mean,
it
you
was
played
like
23.
or 4, might have been.
No, it was a good stretch where it was like at least I think like 8 years.
But you do the math, you know.
No,
It was
he
23
made the
years,
Super Bowl in
6
2011,
rings.
though.
That's good. But there's a lot of seasons you not win the rings in there. And like you look at guys like Joe Montana, every time, even no matter when he switched teams, no matter what team he went to, he never lost Super Bowl. You know, like what do you consider great is like the greatest of all time? It's like I guess what it really comes down to.
But if you're saying greatest,
I don't think Brady's. I think Peyton Manning's better than Brady.
I think you're a better quarterback.
Yeah, overall quarterback. Yeah.
You're a better
but
quarterback.
there's been a lot of more talented quarterbacks than Brady, though. You could probably say Rodgers.
Doesn't he have more? Does he have more MVPs than Brady?
Who? Yeah, Manning does.
Mm-hmm.
You could say Rodgers is a better talent, which he is.
Rodgers better than Brady, yeah.
As a quarterback, but everything.
But see, if you're not saying as quarterback, then why are you even putting him as the best quarterback? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say that the quarterback better than you, that means he was just on really good teams that won Super Bowls. And he was
as a quarterback, Rodgers is probably more talented. But if you're arguing everything into context, you got to put quarterback
Brady
and accomplishments.
Top of the list.
That's why Brady's going to always be better than Rodgers. Accomplishments. And I understand that Rodgers is a better talent, but Brady's also a good talent. So.
Hey, he's not trash. I'm just saying I'm not the guy that's saying he's the best.
Nah, you hate Brady.
But hey, man, Big Plus says we're coming up to 3-hour mark. Go ahead, let everybody know where they can find you.
I don't want to waste your time, man.
It's always a pleasure. All right. Well, go hit up Big Play Slay on his YouTube, Eagles content creator. Thanks for stopping by. All you guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We're 3 hours deep. Still got some of you guys in here. Make sure you guys hit that like on the way out. Subscribe to OneTreRoc. Subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports. Subscribe to BGN. And subscribe to Birdgang 31. You know, hey, if you want to do some stuff, you know, watch some other stuff, subscribe to BGN Entertainment. We got some stuff going over there too as well. So much love to all you guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, we out.